like what you hear, but at the end of the day, you will be laughing. And that's all that matters, that your ass laugh. Get ready, here we go.
Roll out loud with Speedy and friends.
It is now time for Roll Out Live with Speedy and Friends. Guaranteed to make you laugh, guaranteed to put you on the ground. But you may hear something that doesn't agree with you. You may not like what you hear. But at the end of the day, you will be laughing. And that's all that matters, that your ass laugh. Get ready, here we go.
Live. Cameras up. Cameras up. Cameras up. Forget all that. Just cameras up.
Oh.
Don't work.
Okay. I don't know how to turn it off. Hello, everyone. I know that's a fucked up intro, but we'll get it together. So this is Aaron Styles, and you guys are watching the Styles Report, or listening to the Styles Report. So we're gonna...
I thought we was calling it something else.
Oh,
what else
the
is
other
it?
name.
Which was what?
Yeah, we live.
Because the internet.
What did y'all say it was?
Everybody in the chat room called it something else. It should be called...
Okay.
I forgot.
Well, that's good that we don't weigh their opinions heavily around here.
Chat
We're calling
room.
it
What did y'all say?
The Styles Report. And
Hilarious.
So we're going to call it the Styles Report, and we're going to cover all things current events and current topics. So everything from political, finance, money, travel, social media. Basically we're going to be the pulse of America and let you know what's going on, what's cracking, and give you a snapshot of the hellhole we live in. So, up first, yes. Up first, we have the illustrious Shelly Rio.
Hey, Shelly Belly.
Probably won't hear it again.
And then we have Speedy Caldwell. You guys might not know.
Never go by that.
Oh, what do you go by?
Speedy.
Just Speedy?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why. He ain't been Speedy in 30 years, but we got Speedy in the house. We should call you Walk Slow now.
Really, Shelly?
Sorry.
Means you walk slow.
That's hilarious.
Right. All right, so now we have Walk Slow to my right. Introduce yourself. Let them know what you do.
Speedy's in the building. What's up, y'all?
Okay, and to my left, we have the Honorable Nick Shabazz.
Shalom to the people. I like your jacket, by the way, Aaron.
Thank you.
I like your jacket.
Apparently you did come ready.
Yeah.
I try.
I feel like it's about to be Easter or something. Right?
You see
Easter already passed. Easter already passed.
I don't pay attention. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
So give us a report, girl. What's cracking?
let's give us a report.
Let's talk about dating.
Let's talk about dating. I really don't like talking about relationships because I feel like my viewpoint is
Skewed.
It's not skewed. It is non-traditional. Here's it. They have a problem with it. And I'm tired of hollering and screaming and defending my viewpoint because these old niggas don't get it, you know? But if you like, I can tell you about the horrible experience I had this weekend with this grown man. I believe he had an AARP card in his wallet, but yet he recorded the entire date for TikTok.
Wait, TikTok's only like 15 seconds.
It was tragic.
Was it TikTok popping though? Was it a lot of people?
I don't even have a TikTok, so I couldn't even follow up to see if
Do you know what his name is? I have a TikTok.
Yeah, like if he in these TikTok streets like that. Because I just felt like as an adult, you know.
I wouldn't have went on a date like that.
You went on what date?
Like that. If somebody was filming me for
Right,
their
I would-
TikTok.
Well, I didn't know I was being filmed until I already had my seatbelt on and we're, driving
when they
to
broke
the
out,
restaurant.
But then an emergency would have came up.
I'm saying when they broke out with the camera,
Right.
whatever that was,
What
I'd
was
have been
their
like,
phone? Yeah, I
Would
did.
it been
Wait,
better?
was he just like this while like, oh, hey, what's
No, well,
up,
actually,
girl?
he started when we were driving. He said he does this thing called Dating Chronicles, which to me felt like I should have signed a fucking release
I was gonna
for
say,
it.
did you sign
know what I mean?
anything?
No,
Oh yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, you should have signed
But
something.
yeah, it was real cornballish.
Would it have been better if you would have had a friend with him holding the camera?
No.
Oh,
Wait, how was he driving and holding a camera?
I really don't want to be documented that I went out with you. So that's number one. Like, I didn't take no pictures. I'm not about to post nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't need you to post it on my behalf.
Was this the worst date experience you've ever had? Like on a date, first date?
No, I've had some.
Yeah, I would say that.
I had a little. I'll share this with you guys. Okay, so I left here on Friday.
Boy, you just.
I was a little drunk, right?
Okay, that's why I called you. I'm so very.
Okay,
I'm very,
all right. We're not gonna say it right.
Yeah, don't say that on air.
Thank you, bruh. Sidebar after the fucking show.
Very upset with you. I'm very upset with you.
Okay,
really.
says the nigga who overpours.
All right,
okay, so
I. You drunk and what happened?
I was fine. Right?
No, you wasn't.
Let me
you
tell
drive?
the story. Look, I got to where I was going. Let's just say that. I left here and I got to where I was going, right? So once I got there, I realized I'm fucked up.
Did you get home or you got somewhere else?
No.
Oh, that's the
I
worst.
embarrassed the dog shit out of myself. Okay, so there's this guy. He
had 2 bad days. Go ahead.
So he's an actor, right? He's fairly known. He is in a few current popular shows that I don't want to say it's a sneaky link because it's not even like that, but
Forrest Whitaker?
definitely not Forrest Whitaker.
You never know.
But I know him, right? And we've hung out a few times. But we actually we have known each other for about we're familiar with each other for about a year, but we just like hung out like that Monday, right? Had a great time. Everything was cool. Personality was good. Vibed, right?
He checked all the boxes.
He wasn't there to check boxes. So, what? He wasn't there to check boxes. So, but he was cool nonetheless. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my time. I enjoyed his company. Everything was cool. He was a cool person. So then we were going to link up again. And I was like, oh, I'll come on Friday. So when I got there, it was just tragic. I was drunk. And then this person doesn't drink or smoke or do drugs, right? Boo, no fun. No, I'm just playing. So I had to apologize. Like before I even pulled off that evening, like in my car, I had to like send an apology text. Like, I sincerely apologize for coming to your house like this.
And what did he say?
I said, however, I genuinely appreciate you looking out for me. Because nigga, it was murder she wrote.
But why did you just go home?
She couldn't.
Because
she couldn't find her way home.
I didn't realize it until I had they had sent me a text of how to get to their door from the elevator, right? But the text came so quick that I was like, this motherfucker must have this text saved, right? to send it out, right?
Why would you? Okay. Why would you even go there?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So what? Even if I had it saved,
just because I make an observation doesn't mean I
give
a fuck.
Observation is saying that he has it saved for other women. That's what it says to me.
No, because his dogs will holler. I didn't say that. I said he has it saved.
Was it a difficult way to get to his place?
So used to being a scumball, he don't even know. Right.
I've never been a scumball.
Was it a difficult way to get to his place?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to make a left or right, go through a door. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So I walk in and I say, "Damn, I guess you got that text saved." And I say it as I'm about to sit down.
Can I say something?
And no. And as I sit down, he says,
I hate this show.
You're drunk, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you say that to a guy, me being a guy, why would you even say that? That's like it's starting the whole night off terrible.
Why? Because
I think I'm insinuating.
No. I think you're.
I said
You are assuming because I think you're used to dealing with like
I'm not.
Me Too bitches.
No, I'm not. But I'm not. But I'm not.
I'm just cracking a joke.
That's why I said it. I'm
just cracking a joke.
It's a horrible joke.
It's a horrible joke.
It's a horrible joke.
Of course.
But says the nigga who's not funny.
I'm offended.
I am the funniest motherfucker you ever met.
Tell me a joke.
Actually, I recently cut it.
Just
ask me if this is all my hair.
It does look like you do look like Lion King.
Yeah, like your hair looks full. I guess what is it? Full.
Don't listen to
It's
him.
cute. I mean,
the last time I seen you, Shelly, your hair was not that long. At least not that big.
But it was months ago.
And
That's
I
what I'm saying.
I just trimmed it like.
I don't know that shit.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
not
good.
fake.
I didn't know.
This nigga dread's been the same
From
way
my
for the
neck
last
up is
year.
real.
Yeah, take a year.
I thought you had like a
do
little,
what?
like a little extra hair puff.
Period.
That's not where we're at. We're talking about something else. Okay, can I just say this?
Yes,
and
you
you're
can
not.
say
It has nothing to do with whether it's a joke or not.
Okay.
If the first thing you said to me when you walk in the door, and you first time come to my place is, "Oh, you must have those directions saved,"
Okay.
and I would say,
You must have that text saved.
yeah, because the only reason you would say that is if I'm giving it to other people.
No, the reason I said that is because on Monday when I came there prior, he sent the exact same fucking text, word for word.
He probably copy pasted.
Right,
I do that
so
all
that's
the
what
time.
it's like.
I do that.
Right. So it's saved. Case in point, I'm right. Like, damn, why everything don't have to be that deep?
But it's not. It doesn't have to mean because
Yeah,
of other
it's like,
girls,
I'm
but
not
anyone that
meaning
it could
it.
be
I
a
just
guy
think
going
That's
to
how
house.
I look at it. I said me.
That's
You
because
say
Right,
take
him,
things
I don't
because
know
you
how
out
to
here in
look
these streets not doing right.
at it.
That's
I'm
why
doing
you,
right.
you know
I've
what I
been
mean?
dead right. That's why I don't know you.
You know what they say. Perception is reality, but it's not the truth.
All right, so let's
So.
let's pass the ball, Shelly.
Right.
What's the worst date you've ever been? Like
my
first
God.
date. But
I
look, give
literally
me.
just celebrated my 15-year anniversary. You think I remember
Oh, that's
my
a good
You've
worst
been married
date?
for 15 years?
Yeah,
15
I forget.
years.
Yeah, Shelly got
That's a
yeah.
long
Shouts out to
time.
Tony. Yeah.
Did you want to stay
Shouts
married
out
the whole
to
15
me. How
years?
about that? Huh?
Did you want to stay married the whole 15 years? And I say that because most people stay like around year 7.
That's
You get to
funny.
contemplate.
I mean,
if,
honestly, in the beginning, I was ready to run. I know it sounds horrible, but again, my background, grew up in foster care, bounced around, never lived anywhere longer than a year, 2 years max. So in my brain, I was like, this shit is not going to last.
What's the longest relationship you ever had?
2 years.
Oh.
So I literally was waiting for the day for him to leave.
and he
But he's
never
still
left?
here.
Nope.
And now I'm like, you ain't going nowhere.
We left.
Stuck around.
No, so 2 years.
Stuck around.
Stupid.
Shouts out to Tony, man.
I got to think about that one.
So what would you tell somebody the key is to keeping stay together 15 years?
Shit, I don't fucking know. Literally, people were
Just
literally,
stay there.
When we posted it was our 15 year, everybody kept texting me, oh, what's the secret?
You don't know. Just hanging
I'm
there.
still learning.
Rope a dope.
I mean, honestly, though,
But
I
you
would say
seem to have a very passive husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He seems very go with the
he
flow. And not
is-
passive in a negative way, but like he
No,
just
he
seems real
is.
go with the flow.
but sometimes it does cause conflict
He
because
seems
I'm like, I don't like to argue, but I like to debate.
oh.
So I'm like, I want you to have an opinion, and I want you to,
she in there
you know,
trying to
go
bitch.
back and forth with me.
Do you want me
You
to
don't
have an
want to
opinion
fit
so
in.
you can knock the opinion down?
Yeah.
No, it's more
Sometimes
like
you just need healthy verbal sparring.
right, because if I'm talking to you and asking you a question, whether you agree with me or not, and you're just like, I'm just like, that makes me enraged. I'm like, what is it?
Well,
Like,
but-
do you agree?
but-
Do you not agree?
But
Like,
if I
let's talk
know
about
you
it.
and 15 years in, let's say I know you, and I'm not Tony, but let's say I know you and I know if I go any further, that it's going to turn into an argument. So my defense mechanism for me would be, okay, we're not going. Okay, you would just be talking. All right, cool. That's what you
I
want
have
to
a
do. Cool.
question. How long have you been married?
6 years.
6 years.
Six,
Okay.
7.
So what is something that you learned within like the last 12 months about your wife that you weren't privy to when you guys first got together?
Because of COVID?
No, just
Oh.
in general of just spending that time with someone, you kind of see different pockets of their personality.
Most
or
of the stuff,
different-
most of the stuff I already knew. I think just being, I wanted to get married, and for me, I think it made me a different person, because again, to be truthful, I was up, and I never thought I could stop being that. I thought just because you got married, it's really just a piece of paper. But then I said, no, it is a frame of mind of saying I'm not going to be that dude that, because I used to always say to my friends in our circle that got married and they would still fuck around. I'd be like, why'd you get married
Right.
if you're gonna fuck around?
Because they don't want nobody fucking with her.
No, I think it's more than that. I
Like
think
what?
it's just okay. I got this, and I want all that other shit. I don't think it's
You're
that
being
that
greedy.
you don't want her. You don't want her to fuck nobody, but you don't grab her up to go. Okay, I want you to fuck nobody, but I'm gonna fuck everybody else. That's not what guys are thinking.
That sounds like the
no
African
guys.
get down.
Guys are like
I
this.
was about to say, I
No.
didn't
So the African get
No.
down.
Your dad, man. Like the good
Guys
book. I
want-
know there's a scripture for this, Nick. Let them know.
No,
don't
most
see the
guys,
problem.
we want this one. I want that one. I want that one, and I want that one. But I want this one to have a seat while I hit that one, hit this one, and it's just by hitting this one. I'm not trying to be with that one. I'm not trying to be with this one. I'm just hitting it. And then this is the person I'm with all day. If you can have it
So
that way,
she's
that's
the
how
one
guys
that
would
gets
roll.
The BV and the yeast infection
Right.
because she's married to
I
community.
don't know what that negative shit is. I don't know what you're talking
An
about.
STD.
You asked me a
STD.
question. You asked me a question.
Okay.
And that, if that goes with it, that goes with it. But maybe you wear condoms so it don't happen. Oh, no.
You know
Okay,
condoms
right.
are only 99%.
Right. 'Cause
God
you eat a bitch out with a condom. That part. Okay. Next subject.
You asked me a question, so
And you didn't answer.
Yes, I did.
What did
answer
you
the
learn
question.
about your wife that you didn't?
Oh, that part of
Right.
it?
You didn't answer.
Hilarious.
No, I mean the stuff I know about, I already knew about her. So it wasn't nothing I found out in the last 12 months that made.
I'm not
those
saying in the
different.
last 12 months. I'm saying, okay, maybe there's a comprehension issue. I'm meaning like since you guys have been married. Like
No, you said in the last 12 months. is
No,
what
I
you said.
didn't. She asked.
No, you did say the last one.
No,
Thank you.
Okay.
I didn't. She asked since COVID, and I said no, since you guys have been spending time since you've been married. Nonetheless, what about those Lakers, right? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about those Lakers?
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Don't
Right, because he just
No.
he dropped it. No, it's okay though. I
No.
just want to talk about the Lakers though.
Well, we don't want to talk about it now. I want to answer your question.
You guys need some Adderall or something?
What does that do?
Fuck.
What does
The
Adderall
fuck
do,
was
Shelly?
that?
Share the good
It makes
news.
you focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta focus.
So, what about these Lakers? You think we're gonna back to back this year?
I'm more interested to see the Clippers.
The
lose.
Clippers got eliminated.
No, they just lost
No,
one
they
game.
wasn't in the play-in. Yeah, they just started
lost
playoffs.
one game.
But they're
What's
playing the
going on
Mavericks.
in the basketball world? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
I
She
don't
doesn't do
know either.
basketball.
Oh wait, the Brooklyn Nets might win this year.
The Brooklyn Nets? I've
Yeah.
never heard of the Brooklyn
in
Nets.
Jersey.
They used to
Oh,
be.
the
They used
Nets.
to. Yeah, they used to
Oh,
be
I
in
just told
Jersey.
them as the Nets,
Yeah,
not
they used
the
to.
Brooklyn
Yeah,
Nets.
She said, "Oh, the Nets."
I had to say that. That's why I said the
They used to
Brooklyn
be
part
in
because they
Jersey,
moved
now
to
they're in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, they used to be in
Right.
Jersey. Now they're in Brooklyn.
Jersey.
They got a good chance to win this year. So you might,
Woo.
Yeah, they're not in Jersey anymore, but whatever.
Did you even recognize any of the teams you have in Jersey? Well,
Hell.
you only have hockey and
I don't even
now
know.
you only have a hockey team. No
So, do you
baseball.
think the Lakers are gonna?
I don't know, man. I think.
So, if you had to bet, okay, official bets right now. Who's taking it all?
Brooklyn.
The Nets are gonna take it all. They're gonna win the championship.
It's hard to count that man.
You got 100 on that.
LeBron
Bet.
James, man.
What do you have?
I'm going with the Kang.
Okay,
What's the king?
LeBron, the
Oh.
Lakers.
I'm going with the Kang.
Yeah, at some point they'll figure out Phoenix. Phoenix played a good game the other day, but as long as Chris Paul is okay and can beat
Nigga
Chris Paul,
stay hurt.
he's going to be a hard out. They're going to have to play. They probably have to play all 7 games to beat them, and that's going to take a toll on LeBron. And then you got to play the next. It's going. I think it's going to take a toll on LeBron if anybody. But if anybody can do it, LeBron can do it.
K-Dot says Lake Show. Obviously, she's going with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you shave your legs?
That's hilarious.
Because they look like you shaved them from here.
Jake.
No.
I
Jake
was like, they are so smooth.
I used to always wear tall socks, and I think it put all the hairs.
I'm
off
like,
of
what
mine.
the hell?
I don't know where Tuesday show. It is what. No, I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
Aaron Styles report.
Right,
you-
it's a Styles report. It's Talk About It Tuesdays.
How would you feel if a dude shaved his legs?
Um,
If it wasn't his thing though, like you just came home
like
one
if
day
there was,
and that
if
nigga's
there was a
legs
reason
was smooth.
behind him.
Nah,
shaving,
he just used a razor. He was in the shower.
Just
Wait,
like I
use
met him
my
shaving his
razor?
legs.
No,
Yeah,
Or
use-
now
Can
we're
you
use your
razor?
razor.
You already know this
It would-
nigga, and now he
It
was
would be
in the
an
shower
area of
and he used your
concern.
razor.
I would definitely have a few questions.
That's messed up.
What?
You gonna question a nigga because he shaved his legs?
So are you
I didn't say I would judge him.
I mean,
would
I wouldn't
just have,
care.
Like, why'd you shave your leg?
like okay?
Like,
You wouldn't hold. In other words, you're not a person to hold on to that information and say, "Well, I'll ask him later," or when you see it, you ask.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, why'd you shave your
And
leg?
you're the
It's called
same way.
manscaping.
But I'm saying you're the same way. You see something, you
Nah,
ask.
I don't think.
I mean,
It's like
I
when-
mean, I asked because I was curious, but I'd rather no hair anyway.
Right. I mean, I haven't.
Smooth.
I
Like
don't
a
know.
baby
I
seal
don't know.
out there.
It's been a while since I have been intimate with a man and he
Oh, wow.
has pubic hair. Like, men don't
What?
have hair anymore.
The
So if you don't shave, Michelle's suffering. You'll leave it.
Shoot.
Right.
That's a man code violation, niggas.
But no. You guys might think it is, but I'm telling you,
That's gay, nigga.
none of these niggas. No,
The
none
ones
of
you're
them.
with, the ones you're with, you don't see them all. Aaron. You don't.
I've seen enough. And I've seen enough over a span of time.
Listen, I'm gonna give y'all some game out there. You guys should actually look up the reason your body produces pubic hairs.
It's to protect
It's
you.
to protect you from like
Yeah.
the sweat and the dirt and but that's
No,
when
no.
our bodies weren't adequately clothed.
No, that's not Aaron.
All right, so what is it?
Who are
Let us
you
know.
to say that's why?
Well, okay, well let us
Kinda
know.
bull-
What is it?
Well, the guy told me it's to protect you down there.
That's exactly why your body produces pubic hairs. So if you are having sex with multiple people, it helps you. It kind of prevents you from getting certain STDs because you're not having.
But what if
skin to
neither
skin
one of us have
contact.
hair?
well, then that's not good for anybody. You understand? Because when you shave your hairs off down there, you're exposing a layer of your skin that's normally not exposed. So it makes it susceptible to get easier.
Well, not really if you wax.
You can say not really if you want to, but this is what's happening, right? Because the pubic hair stops that
Hairstyle
contact
shit
to
was
contact.
hilarious.
So say if someone has an STD, it can be transmitted through contact, and you have that pubic hair, and you don't have you have a condom on, you have that protection. If you don't have pubic hair, you do have a condom, you still can get that.
But
whatever
as
that
a
is,
woman, when you
Just some
when
game
you're
for the
intimate
fellas,
with
if y'all don't
men
have a
who
father in
have,
your life, nigga.
an abundance of pubic hair, sometimes the rubbing of that hair on the bottom of your vulva actually irritates you, and it can make
if you don't have
microscopic
any
cups.
pubic hair,
You know what I mean?
that's if
So-
you don't have pubic hair. That's why.
I just feel like it's disrespectful to have sex with hair on your pussy.
I feel like it's disrespectful
I
to
just
not have
do.
hair on your
I just
vagina.
do.
Thank you.
I
I
You
just
can have a
do.
little bit on
Yeah,
there.
what kind of
Yeah,
weirdo
yes, at
niggas
least a
want?
I mean,
strong-
you gotta shape it up.
I
Well,
do.
Diddy,
Just
that's
because,
young.
Yeah, I don't want a
Like-
2-year-old motherfucker.
Nah, nigga.
Because that would freak me
That's
out.
some weirdo shit. That's some weirdo shit.
Because that would make me think that too. Like you like young
Yeah, that's some weirdo shit. I need some hair down
like
there.
Well,
puberty girls.
Okay, all right, I guess.
Oh wait, I have a
You
question.
need to
Yes.
check them niggas, man.
So I'm not gonna say I've never shaved all of it off before, but then I just want to like do it all the time.
What, a Brazilian?
No. Like I'm always in the mood.
Because it's super soft, right? And it gets like
Shouts
Wait a
out to
minute.
Tony.
What you said?
when
If when I shave it off, I just want to do it all the time.
Oh, to Tom.
You think it's because of friction?
Well, yeah.
You think because of friction?
I don't know
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is. I'm just like I don't know
either.
why.
I
I'm
never
just
had
in
a
the mood
vagina
all the time.
before, so-
When you shave it off all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone told me I was premenopausal, so I don't know why I'm so
Oh, okay,
horny.
good
I
point.
don't. I don't
What does that makes you want to do it more?
Yeah, they say like when you're premenopausal, you get like.
Oh.
They just said it off my age. Fuck it.
Can I go back to something?
Yes, go back.
So, can I throw a question out?
Yes.
So, if you're in a argument,
An argument.
yeah,
We should call this the ADD Tuesday show. Go on. I'm sorry.
I'm just
gonna
working.
change the title.
We're in an argument, and you decide when the person decides, well, I should walk away, or let me get out of the situation, or
Okay.
let me step away.
Okay.
Is that being disrespectful?
No.
Shelly,
I'm sorry. What?
you and Tony, see, you tell
No,
me you're the
because
ADD.
I know.
Somebody talking. You
Because somebody's at my house trying to find something.
Oh, you got the camera on?
No.
He
no,
wants.
no.
He wants to know: is it disrespectful if you guys are in an argument and one party decides to exit stage left
because the argument is
because the
getting
argument
heated.
is getting heated?
Without saying. I
No,
need
I'm
a
saying
minute?
like, yo, we're getting this is going another place. I'm finna step away. Is that being disrespectful?
No. I don't think
What
it's
if they just
disrespectful.
walk
Disrespectful is I think it's
I
slapping
think
you
that's
across your
being
face because you
respectful.
said something crazy. That's
Say it again. I'm
disrespectful.
sorry. What's it?
I think it's being respectful because I'm like, I get that way too. I'm like, get away from me. Like, I need a minute because I'm going to lose
Okay,
it.
maybe don't say that. let's not say. Yeah, let's not say
Yeah,
that.
you guys need a minute because I'll explode and I try not to because I don't want to like. I'm not gonna care in 20 minutes, but it's gonna sit with you for years, you know. So I've learned.
I've
that
always
the
been
hard
taught.
way.
My mother taught me, and I just use that in my course of my life. And if I get in an argument with the person I'm dating or the person I'm with, the person I'm married to, and it just starts getting heated, I think you are supposed to go, okay, it's getting too much, because somebody's gonna say something that you're gonna have to apologize for. Somebody gonna call somebody mom, some weird shit. So I'm gonna just step away for a few minutes. We give each other a break. We'll come back, finish the conversation. But if the person that's standing there says, no, by you walking away is being disrespectful, then what do you do?
That's not the person for you, and at that point, you need to figure a way to dissolve the relationship because you're never gonna make any progress.
Shelly?
You know me.
What?
I'll tell you, you know me.
You got to repeat the question.
Yeah, you know me.
I have an answer. What's the question?
So he says, if the person basically won't allow you to walk away, what do you do at that moment?
I'm going to punch a wall.
Well, no, hold on, Shelly, because you said a little earlier that you kind of need somebody to kind of.
That's what I just said.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but if my husband was like, I need a minute, I can give a minute. Or if I'm like, I might need a minute. But I'm like, if you need a minute and you don't tell me and you just leave, then that's going to be a problem. And if you don't give me my minute, I'm going to start breaking stuff.
Say anything. Hold on, see what's happening. I think
Because I just lose it.
hopefully this is not for me. Hello. Oh, I guess they hung up. If you just called in, you just hung up. So I don't know what's happening.
But no, I just feel like sometimes, no matter what it is, some people just you should walk away before you say something raggedy or something. Right, Aaron?
I mean,
Did
yeah, for
somebody say
sure.
something right
And if you do say
you-
something right, they better apologize like immediately.
See,
No.
that's
Hour.
my thing about apologies. When people's like, you should apologize to me. Why the fuck do you want to like coerce an apology out of me? Like, why do you want to browbeat an apology out of me? Because I don't mean it. You know what I mean? You're basically forcing me to say, I'm sorry, Nick. I didn't mean it, just so you can feel like I apologize. I feel like an apology is something when it comes uninitiated. You know what I mean? The person comes to you on their own. They state why, what they're apologizing for. Not for, I'm sorry if you felt some sort of way. It's not how you felt. I'm sorry for the things that I said. You know what I mean? But if you force me to apologize, what point does it make?
Right.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, Vernon?
Okay, here's the thing with the whole argument and all this other good stuff. When most people argue,
Battery
they don't
100%.
hear, they're not
Connected
listening to what
to iPad 6 and iPhone.
Go ahead, Vern.
when they're arguing, they're not listening to the other person. They only hear what they want to hear. And then that's a whole, then people are arguing and all this fussing and fighting shit over emotional shit.
I don't argue.
If you come, just listen, Shelly.
That was Aaron.
I don't know whoever that was. But if you come into an argument and you're both clear-headed and you say what you got to say and I say what I got to say and we just let it go, then a lot of times that just makes things easier. Because I'm not trying to deal, what I don't do is I'm not dealing with all these emotions and I say something and then you want to hold on to it for 3 or 4 days and you want, I don't give a fuck about all that. I understand what I had to say.
Well, that's clear, you don't care.
If you want to hold on to it, that's on you.
Okay.
iPad 6 disconnected.
That's just like
Ready
in
to connect.
most people's in their relationship,
Most
which I don't
people's.
know and I don't really care. It's like a lot of dudes they just sit there and they just take that L because they don't want to argue.
That's a good point, Vern. I ain't taking no L's.
But they also don't want to argue because they know they're
Here's the
wrong.
thing.
And
No,
Here's the thing.
no, you can
Most
argue
women-
and not be
Well,
wrong.
think
Women
why
will
do we have
talk
to
about
argue?
shit for 3 or 4
Well,
days
okay,
at a
maybe
time
the
and
word
don't
argue
Hold
is
on.
too much.
Hold on,
Have a
Vern.
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't argue.
Vern, Aaron said she don't argue.
I don't. If we really
And
What is
then
it that you
100%.
call a heated debate? You must do heated
Connected
debate.
to
No, I don't. I don't. Like, when I'm serious, I don't know. Maybe I'm just. Y'all motherfuckers need to treat me right. I'm
But
very
I
big
think
on the way I'm
I
treated.
think when you say the word argue, you're using it too
Because
much.
see, I don't feel, a lot of times,
Because
it's like,
argues usually
I
cussing
may-
each other
I may
out.
understand,
You ain't
because
shit. I don't play none of that.
here's the
None of
worst
that.
thing.
None of that.
If somebody's arguing, if somebody's trying to get their point across and you just standing there with the, and you just standing there with the blank stare, I think that's worse than walking away.
What's worse than walking away?
If you just got the blank stare, like Shelly was saying.
Oh, that,
That
yes.
annoys
Now,
the crap out
What
of
do you
me.
mean the blank stare?
where people, they just don't want to respond at all. They don't engage. They don't respond. They just.
I do that
And
to
it's
people
still like, are you
sometimes.
listening?
Yeah,
Like,
but
hello?
it could be that the person is
Ready
doing
to
that so they
connect
don't
another
go
device.
5150 or go bitch and all that
Okay,
shit.
well, I understand that, but I feel like the thing that's problematic now is all of us are closer to 40 than we are anything else. And a lot of these conversations we're having are, I feel like, for a generation that did not have the proper tools on how to work in a relationship or the different dynamics of a relationship. I feel like at this point in the game, all this shit that we're talking about, this is for some young motherfuckers to be
Wait,
doing.
Aaron. Big J in Dallas said he had a question. He said, Aaron, you don't argue?
No,
Exclamation
I don't.
points. Obviously
I don't.
he don't
We're talking
believe.
about like a significant other, like
Right.
you know what I mean? No, I don't do conflict like that in my home or just who I'm with. Like if I have to constantly argue and fuss and just no, it's not easy. It's not fun. Like who wants to be stressed out because
Vern, you still there?
I'm dating
I'm
somebody?
stressed.
You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's
Right.
not how I measure the intensity of a relationship. Is how much we argue or you know what I
Ready
mean?
to
Like,
connect
me,
another
no.
device.
I think too, you're putting too much on argue. It's not or if I say, hey, I ain't feeling the fact that you didn't wash the dishes.
Oh, that's
You know how to wash the dishes.
Hey, you always bring
No,
it back
I
to-
don't.
Okay,
Just using
sorry.
as example.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. Even though the example's always domestic work, but keep going.
Ready to connect another device.
Whatever. I don't do dishes. I'm sorry. Shit. I don't. I
Carry on
refuse
with
to.
this- Look,
But I do wash clothes.
I ain't got to just.
I will wash all the goddamn clothes in the house.
That's fine.
I will wash everybody's and not
Do
even
you
think
fold
twice
them?
about it. No, it's not what y'all
You
do.
just
Fold
put it
just
in
it.
the washer machine.
Yes, and then I hand it back to you.
Oh, anybody could do that.
No, they don't, because if they could, they did it. They don't do it.
Go on with
Don't say what anybody would do.
in your
And
house.
everybody does.
as an example, the dishes aren't done. So what happens next?
Not done by me.
Okay.
Whatever.
What I'm saying, what's your example? The dishes aren't done, then what happens next?
And if you tell that person, I can just have a conversation with them, and we're going back and forth. Well, you don't do this, why? Because everybody get a little heated. But if I feel like it's about to go too far, then I will stop and go, I'm going downstairs.
Okay.
Well, wait, but are you addressing? You're saying you didn't do the dishes, or
But I feel like,
someone saying that to you?
the dishes are my responsibility, right?
Well, not you.
Well, you're just saying, hypothetically, they're my responsibility. And we both live here, right? So the dishes gonna get done when I get around to them, right? Or they have to be done at a certain time, like by 11 o'clock. Dishes need to.
No.
I'm just trying to figure out how you run your house.
There's no certain time.
If I say, "Oh, I'm gonna wash the dishes,"
That's fine. That's all I
so
need
why
to
are we
hear.
talking about it?
But is it really fine? Because I had this argument with my
Is it
husband.
really fine?
No, because as a matter of fact, I think
Shelly.
was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday before? So I did the dishes in the morning. Rio had a friend sleep over, so I washed dishes. Both my husband and I cooked breakfast. So in my brain, I'm like, I'm not washing dishes because I just washed the dishes. So dishes get piled in for breakfast. Dishes get piled in for lunch, dinner. The next day, which was yesterday, I'm upset because now I'm
Why?
like, I know my husband's working half a day because he has to leave. Now I'm gonna have to wash all the freaking dishes.
So who'd you want to wash the dishes?
Him.
Why not have your son wash them?
Because that's the whole other story.
No.
That's a
No.
whole-
See,
Let me
that's the
finish my
problem.
story.
No. Why not have the young man that's there? Why not have the young man that's there wash the dishes?
I don't trust him to wash no damn dishes.
But you have to
Because
show
now
him
I'm
how
gonna
to.
have to rewash
No,
them.
you
I'm
show
like,
him
I
how.
don't have time.
No,
But how can a
Shelly.
man clean up
Okay,
after
but
another man, though?
but to that argument, right? You're saying that how old is he?
Who?
Your son.
Oh, 16.
He's 16 years old, and you don't wash the dishes because you don't trust him to wash your dishes,
Nope.
right?
He undoes-
However,
he puts them away.
at some point, he's going to be out in the world on
And
his
he's gotta
own,
learn how to wash
right?
dishes.
So
I
it's like
know.
you're actively sending a man-child out in the world who is not even going to know how to fucking clean up after himself. But then they're going to be like, "Why isn't
And
this
this is
woman
when he learns now.
submitting to me?" And it's like, but this nigga don't know how to clean up.
I feel guilty because I saw a TikTok of this guy. He's like, "Thank you, mom, for teaching me how to clean." And then he's like cleaning his whole house, and I'm like watching this. Like, I didn't teach my kids how to do this shit. Like, they take out the trash. They know how to clean their room. They know how to, put the dishes away.
Clean the bathroom.
Rio's
I
just
showed
learning
them.
that right now.
I showed them how to clean bathrooms. I said the first thing a girl does when she comes to your house is go to the restroom. And right, Nick. And I said, learn how to clean your bathroom.
I'm just a control freak, so I'm like, it's either me.
No,
or my
don't
husband
get me
washing
wrong. No,
dishes.
I need the dishes to be clean right. Like Jonathan and Madison did the dishes, so
I would have to
Michelle
do them
told
all.
me I did like that.
Nope.
But they got to learn. And I said, and all I tell the kids is, wash the dishes good because we can get sick if you don't do them right.
I have a suggestion.
What?
Paper plates.
No. I don't even have kids. So a parenting tip my mom did with me. Just make the kids wash the dishes and
Till they get
put
right.
them in the dishwasher. It's not that serious.
The dishwasher, the dish rack.
I've been washing dishes as long as I can remember.
That's actually
and the
not
first thing my
a bad
mom
idea.
did
Yeah, we use
was
it as a
when she
dish
would
rack.
cook, she would make us wash dishes, and as you wash them, you just put them in the dishwasher. And then she would just go put bleach, whatever she put in there, turn the dishwasher on.
She don't put bleach in there.
No, she put bleach in there.
To wash the dishes?
Yes. My
Some
mom
people
puts-
wash
weird.
bleach.
My
I don't like
mom's
the- I don't
house
like the
smell
smell
like
of
bleach.
bleach.
Yeah, if
She-
my house
she's
don't smell
the
like
bleach
bleach, it ain't
lady.
clean. Like, that's how I grew up.
Not
I need
on your
bleach.
dishes that you eat off of.
That bleach
you
is
won't
the
be eating
cleanest,
off
it's the cleanest thing you can possibly disinfect anything with.
I know, but you can ingest it.
That's why you put it in the dishwasher, Shelly.
I don't know. We wash our dishes, put in the dishwasher
So,
to dry.
so,
and then
so
put them
you
away.
were mad at Tony
So that's a technique y'all
Well,
can
so-
use.
for
here's the
not
thing.
washing
So,
the dishes.
In Tony's brain, he's like, I'm going to do these dishes. Which I'm like, a whole day went by. And so I'm like, now I'm going to be home. I have to make breakfast again,
You gonna dictate
do
when Tony
lunch.
do the dishes when you don't want to dictate when you do the dishes.
Dude, because I just did the dishes, so now it's his
So
turn to do
what?
the
No,
dishes.
I'm trying to understand this. When you said that you're going to do the dishes when you get around to them.
That's what he said.
No, you said that about you. You don't have a set time that you do the dishes, right?
No, I did the dishes in the morning.
I got you, but you don't have a set time that you
No.
don't always do dishes in the morning.
No,
right?
but she's.
No, I got what she's saying. So I'm just trying to understand why is Tony being held to a time schedule to do the dishes?
Because literally, it was so high that, like, we had to, like, you couldn't even get into the sink. So, like, that's what was
So why you
stressing me
didn't,
out.
why you didn't wash them if they're
Yeah.
too high
Because
for you?
I'm working from home.
They're not too high for Tony though. Tony got
No,
long.
I had
Way
a
over
lot of things I
here.
had to
That's
do,
what I'm saying.
and then on top of it, taking Rio to football, making him lunch and breakfast, and I'm thinking, okay, Tony's leaving, so now I'm gonna have to do the dishes. So before he left, I was like, I just want to let you know, like, I'm a little irritated that you didn't do the dishes because now I'm stuck doing them. I'm already stressed out. I have anxiety. Like here, I have all these issues going on, and so he was like, "What are you talking about?"
I feel like you have no right to be upset. Because you have a able-bodied young adult there that can get the fuck up and clean that kitchen.
Yep.
He ate off them dishes, and his homeboy ate off them dishes.
I mean, all of us did. But yeah.
Exactly.
We all did.
No,
But
that's
you know,
that's what
but
moms
it's like
do.
we
We're
all did,
protecting
but
their son.
he also contributed nothing to that meal. So it's like you didn't prep it, you didn't cook it, you didn't clean it. Like we just sit here and just be like, ring the bell, dinner's ready. No, nigga,
Come on, man.
where's your contribution to the meal?
And I
mean,
feel
he
I
put it
feel-
away.
I feel the same way about young men because we are going to send them out. And I did send them out. I am going to, at some point, send Brooklyn out, Jonathan. They're all going to go out into this world.
Young
And
boy, that's
whatever they
horrible.
don't know, they're going to look at the parents and go, your mama or your daddy didn't teach you this? Okay, my daddy wasn't in my life. Okay, well, your mama didn't teach you this? Or my mama wasn't in my life.
They're going to be looking at somebody's daughter who's just as young as them, 18, 19 years old, and thinking she's supposed to be shuffling around this nigga's apartment, cleaning it up. These new city girls ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Look,
They not doing
what-
it.
that's what I did with my wife. I went to see her parents, nigga. Check the house. Meet your mom. I need to see the whole. I need to see how you grew up, cause this is how it's gonna be for me. I need to see how your mom and your dad act, how you act around them, cause this is what's gonna happen. No matter what I believe, this is what's gonna happen at the house. Whatever this dynamic is, that's what you are gonna bring to the table.
But that's not true. Because sometimes you can be the complete opposite of your parents.
I feel like you have
Still
to
cause
act,
and
I feel
effect.
like you have to actively be the complete opposite. Like it
Right.
has to be a conscious decision that you know what I mean? Because sometimes people only view relationships as relationships were presented to them. You know what I mean? Like I had somebody tell me I wasn't raised right because
That's hilarious.
it used to boil my fucking blood. It used to boil my
Everybody
fucking
here, but go ahead.
boil my fucking because he's saying that I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household.
Oh,
So I wasn't raised right,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that. He was trying to run some manipulative bullshit,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was like, this
very
ain't
bad.
cool.
To even say
yeah,
that.
he's an asshole for saying it, but I can understand if, depending on the conversation, if I was to tell a woman, I would just strictly be talking about the behavior between man and woman in a home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I needed to see from my wife's parents was what's their dynamic? What's the respect level? You know what I'm saying in the household? Is it I'm the mom, so I just do what I want to do, and then you just be quiet, and I'm happy. Or is it everybody got respect for one another? This is how. That's what I needed to see.
That's
you know what I'm
interesting
saying?
because my adopted mom, she wore the pants in the family. My dad went to work, would bring home his check, and
It sounds
she
like-
ran
sounds
the
like your
house.
crib.
And it's only 3 girls. So she adopted 3 girls, and the rest were all boys. And me and my 2 sisters, we're very dominant in our relationship.
Sounds familiar. Yeah. So, young fellas out there, before you settle down with a woman, go meet the parents, go meet the aunties, and just like Aaron was saying, you don't have to judge them on that, but at least see the dynamic of the example that they have to.
And that'll
bounce
help
ideas
you in the
off of.
relationship as well to understand. Okay, I won't be so hard on
Mike
this person
Hart,
because
that
I
is the
see
funniest shit I've ever heard.
how it was. That's how they learn. Like some people learn from what's around them.
I'll
Or they
post
don't
a
have
video
parents.
afterwards,
Like-
and to be clear.
Even though Erin, I don't like to give her that much credit, but she did have a point when
she
it
did have
came
what?
to. Well, she did have a point when it came to because
I was right.
I was raised in the sense of the boys took the trash out. Like that was my job and mopped the floor. So me and my brother always took the trash out. 3, 4 in the morning, we drank out the trash. My sisters then would wash the dishes. So that's just how it always has been.
Right.
So when I had my daughters, I said, go wash the dishes. I didn't think like, oh, I'm being a male chauvinist and why are you making that? And your son should learn. And I was just like, Brooklyn, go take trash out.
Right.
She goes, well, I think the girls should do it. Why? Because they got a pussy? I'm like, no.
He had no
I remember I
argument.
was there.
Yeah,
I
he had
remember.
no
But
rebuttal.
but since then, I've changed my thought on
Oh,
it.
you really did? But have you changed it in your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the girls don't take out the trash. So I don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
They still shouldn't.
I'm not gonna do that.
No.
They still shouldn't.
Yeah. But
I feel like
Brooklyn
there's a
and
man
John,
around
like I
that
said,
should be
Jonathan
pumping gas or taking out
and
the
Maya,
trash.
Jonathan and Madison washed the dishes yesterday.
Okay.
I'm still worried.
Right.
I'm still gonna rewash whatever I grab out of that cabinet because I know the water has to be hot.
Right.
You gotta actually wash the dishes. I wasn't there to see it, but
Do you have a dishwasher?
yes.
Why don't you just have them wash it in the dishwasher? And then...
Yeah, but I said I wasn't there when they did
Oh,
the
okay.
initial whatever that was.
I would never trust kids to watch my kids.
Yeah. But then you still have to. They still know how to wash the dishes whether I have a dishwasher or
But
not.
I also think if even if we take it out of the kitchen, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel like you should equally teach your daughter how to change a tire, or
Yes,
she should know what a
yes,
timing belt
yeah,
sounds like,
yeah.
or you know what I mean. Just
Well, I don't know
little,
about that part, but you don't have to.
well, I'm not saying she has to fix it, but she needs to know what it sounds like, so
Okay.
she know like, oh, I need my timing belt changed. You
I
know,
don't know, 'cause
but
every time I get an oil change, they tell me I need some bullshit to my car.
Yeah.
And half the time I don't.
what?
I have it just throw
Yes,
something extra out
Nicholas.
there. How about teach a young lady how to be a wife, so she ain't caught up in these streets and have to
See-
work? Let me. I didn't stop you. See, you wasn't raised right.
I mean,
Aaron.
you in
That's
the chair.
problem.
Don't
You-
start.
you in the
wasn't
chair,
raised- You
but-
wasn't raised right. No, but on a real talk, like I think about it in a different light. Like I feel like if men and women, right, if we were raised in a certain way, we wouldn't have to worry about these extra things of a woman not having a man around. You know what I'm saying? If a young lady was raised to be in that position, to be able to have a man, to have a family, to learn how to treat her husband,
I agree.
I think those things are more important than the
I-
other things that we're focusing on.
I agree, but I feel like the way you started it off, because I feel like women are raised to be wives, girlfriends, significant. No, let me finish.
The-
Right? I feel like it's always instilled in a woman, in a girl child. You know, when are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna get married? Do you have a boyfriend? You know what I mean? Like you got,
That's
if you
not
don't, if you talk too much, guys aren't gonna like you. So I feel like society is gently molding women to be the perfect helpmate for men. However, I don't feel like society
supposed
molds
to be a
men to
helpmate?
be husbands.
Aren't you supposed to
I
be
don't
help me?
know. I don't. Hold on,
Let-
Pops. I don't.
let me finish.
I totally disagree with what you're saying, Aaron.
So you feel like society it trains men to be husbands?
I
No,
feel
y'all
like-
train to
no.
fuck bitches and conquer hoes.
Wait, hold on.
Not
Well,
to be husbands.
you're flipping what I'm saying because
Okay.
I address the women.
and I'm
so you-
addressing the men.
Right. So, but answer my question. My
Okay.
question. I don't believe.
I did address your question.
But hold on. Now, to your comment, I do not believe that this society is raising women to be wives. We have a culture of women saying you could do whatever you want to do with your body, regardless if it's abortion to whatever you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
You can
We-
do what you want. with
Right,
your
if you
body.
can't be a
no,
wife
no,
because you
no,
wait, that
hold
doesn't
on.
what?
Is someone
if
telling
you,
men that they
if
can't
you
do
let
what they
me
do with their body?
finish,
Because
if
they're,
you
I'm going
let
outside.
me finish,
they're not correlated. But keep going.
how can you make that statement when I haven't
Because
finished?
you're saying that's what I said. They're not correlated.
So
but
let me
keep going.
finish, okay? So you have women live in a society where no one can tell women what to do. This is the standard that we live under now,
Okay.
right? Women have nobody over them to say this is the person who's going to guide you in this and this and this.
Okay.
That is the job of the husband.
Okay.
What if he's guiding you in the wrong way?
These are all the antics that get thrown in there. What if he's not guiding you the wrong
Yeah,
way?
what if he's doing
Let's
it the
speak
right
about
way?
that man. Let's speak about the
But
man.
what about the men being
Let's speak
raised
of,
to?
but let's
they
speak
can't
of,
be
but
married
let's
to
speak
one
of,
woman.
but
They
let's,
gotta be with
and
and
multiple
that's
women.
fine. We always talk about those guys, but
Aren't
let's
you
talk
one of those
about,
men?
but let's talk about the men who are doing it right.
Are you doing it right?
100%. Ask my wife.
But
right, but you just
you-
got on the right
you got-
train.
Listen,
I
Let's
don't
talk
know.
about.
I don't know what I missed.
I don't understand
You
what
don't
your
even know
point
Because
is, but
in
my
the
point.
past,
My
you
point
have
was.
made it
My
very
point.
clear
My
that
point was
men cannot
that
be with just one woman for the rest of their life.
my point was
So I don't
that
see a
women
difference here.
are
It's
not
no-
under
it's
any
not what he
guidance.
said.
They're not
What he
under
said.
any instruction. So women are not being raised to be wives, according to who? We live in a thought culture right now.
But that's your
All right, so
opinion.
I think I think it's also a generational.
It's the man's
I think
opinion.
it's a generational thing.
It would have to be
I
the
think
man opinion
When
of
I say that,
if a woman
I
is
feel like
wife
women
material.
have been. I think maybe I can only speak of my generation and the generations prior to me, right? Because I do feel like the generation after me, they are a little bit more liberal in the things that they will allow, do, present about themselves. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So the younger girls, the younger women, I should say, but it's also because you've had generations of men who didn't step up, who left women, let me finish, who left women to raise these children on their own, right?
Huh?
And let me,
We say what you're saying, cause I'm not putting it together. Are you just making a statement, or are you just saying a facts?
everything that comes out of my mouth is a fact.
Okay,
That
that's
men just left. All of us.
I didn't say all.
So what are you saying? Are you saying for
Throw a
the
blanket
majority? Are you saying that?
He threw a blanket statement out. Are
Are you
these not
saying-
blanket statements?
So let's make it. So let's pick a side. Are you saying the majority of the men in this situation just left?
No, what I'm saying is that you're saying that I said I feel like in the newer generation you have a generation of mothers, right, who had to raise their children on their own, right? Because regardless of what the reason was,
Okay.
right,
Right.
the men weren't present in the families, right, or in the lives of their children.
Okay.
So if you can raise 2, 3, 4 kids on your own, right?
Mhm.
I can understand how you could feel like Superwoman. I can understand how you could feel like I could do this by myself, or I have done it by myself. So you might not verbally be telling your daughter, like, you need to do X, Y, and Z. But like Shelly said, she saw her mom just by through action running the household. So now she has said that innately that was what she saw. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm a woman. I'm supposed to run the household. So I feel like we always put all of this responsibility on the parents that stayed behind, or the parents who got left with the kids who had to fucking raise them. But we never put any scrutiny on the other parent that took away the other half, you know, the other parent that fucking left. It's like we always talk shit about single moms, but we don't talk shit about the runaway dads. You know what I mean?
Right? That's one part I do hate about the society. At least when it comes to black men, they're quick to point out, oh, your dad wasn't in your life. Wow, that's messed up. And you don't know why that dad left. We don't know if the mom drove that person away. We don't know if a situation happened
How
where
can
he
a mom
felt.
drive a dad away from a kid?
I'm not saying being when I
No.
say that,
I can show you
I say
without naming
something?
his name. I'll show you the young man you guys know. He's having to deal with the mom telling the kid if he doesn't go see her, oh, he's a bad person. Your dad's a bad person. So he literally has to go see her so she doesn't do that. She took her away from him, and now he's paying all this money to go visit his daughter over some bullshit.
but if we peel the onion back further,
No, don't do that, Aaron.
No, why does it have to go back further?
Can't
What
do
if that
that.
is the end of the
Okay.
You
onion?
keep trying to change the net. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not changing
let me
the
give you a real.
because
Let me give
again,
you.
I
not
just
changing
happen to
the
know the
narrative.
situation.
I
No,
know
but I'm
the
just- but what
situation
I'm
you're talking
saying-
Yeah,
about. I'm
but at the
familiar
end of
with
the
it.
day,
No, but you're saying,
She-
but this person is still flying out or whatever they're doing to go see their kids. So
Yes.
he's still being active in
That's
that
yeah,
life.
but he
saying.
has to do it. And a sense, the kid should have never been taken from you.
I get it, but
Right,
but
that's
but
not-
the
that's
mom
not
did
what
that.
I
but
think
you're
she was
missing the
saying.
point.
Like, some dads just
That's my whole
disappear,
point.
period.
Is he's actively
Yeah.
making a role.
Yeah, but if he doesn't, she's gonna talk dirty
point,
to
Chris.
the
Good point.
daughter that her
Listen,
dad ain't shit.
But
why wouldn't he?
why is him not doing it even a fucking option? He
Right.
should be doing it regardless.
Right.
No, he
It
was
should-
going
it
to
should
do it
be-
regardless,
you know
but
what
the
I mean?
mom wants to make sure she has control of the
I
situation.
get what you're saying, but you're missing my point. When I said that the father is not there, I'm not meaning in the home in a platonic
Well, I got
relationship
that,
with
I
the
got that.
mother. I'm meaning an active role in the life of
But
his
you don't
child.
know what drove him away from her.
Can I ask a question,
Okay.
Aaron?
But what does that
Yes,
have to do with
sir.
their kid?
This goes along.
Because sometimes
what if
y'all
it's the-
don't
Some
act right.
things fuck that bitch and the kid, right?
Yeah.
You
No,
just want to say this. So
no,
what is it sometimes?
it's not.
So
It's
what-
not.
So we don't act right then what? So sometimes it's fuck that bitch
Aaron,
and the
so let me
kid,
ask you a
right?
question. So where's the responsibility
I never said
to
that.
the woman to act right for the sake of the kid?
Yes. How come it's always
we
on
never,
me?
We never hear it this way. We always hear the man should just put up with the craziness of the woman for the
Yes.
safety of the kid.
But it's not always the woman
hold
being
on,
crazy.
Shelly, hold
It
on.
could be.
We're not
It
saying
could be,
that.
but
We're
it's
not
not
saying
always.
we're not saying that because she said the opposite. I'm just giving you the other perspective. She said that the man sometimes just leave because he don't want to deal with the woman, but he should just be there for the kid. He should still be there for the kid.
But sometimes you don't want to deal with the kid.
But my
either.
question is, but sometimes we don't want to deal with the woman.
Yes.
So why can't the woman make the adjustment to say, you know what?
I want my. That's,
Instead of me having to raise this child by myself, let me chill for the safety of this child
So
and
he
give
can
this
have
man
both
some
parents.
peace. So he can have.
I mean,
we
no,
never.
when you're a parent, and that's what it is.
So let me
No,
say,
I
and let me
mean,
say,
I
hold
get
on,
your argument.
and this is firsthand.
Uh-huh.
I remember having this conversation with my mom, and when I got old enough to really understand relationships, anything that I thought about my dad growing up went out the window. My mom was a firecracker. You understand? All the time, and I tell her this all the time. I would have been bounced, nigga. Been bounced, because she don't know when to stop, and that's a lot of women, unfortunately.
Okay.
A lot of women are in that position, regardless, and I'm not saying it's their fault. They could be put in a position where they got a lot of stress on them, whatever it is. But as adults, we all have to take responsibility. We can't just keep pushing the ball to the other court saying, well, why don't the man be there for the kid regardless of the woman? No. The woman needs to take responsibility and say, damn, I can't be like this.
Okay, so from my experience, right, and just in life, it always seems like when you have the cool baby mama, you got the ain't shit ass baby daddy. And when you got the cool baby daddy, you got the ain't shit ass baby mama. For some reason, they can never the two ain't shits can't never link up with each other. You know what I mean? Or the
they
two
did on mine. None of mine ain't shit.
Good point.
no.
I'm saying that I don't have that situation.
I'm talking
DJ,
about
call
when
it
there's
now.
one, I'm talking about when there's one problematic parent, one problematic person in that relationship. It's like it's very rare to find two people who are cool. Like he said, both people are taking the L. We're gonna,
All four are cute. All four. Cool.
immediately they were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aaron?
but did I? I
No,
didn't
Aaron,
say
that's-
it
that
was
is
an
true.
anomaly.
That is
I
true.
said
You
it,
did. You said it's very rare.
Okay, but does rare mean it doesn't exist?
Well, wait, I'm confused
Or it's
because
not of
but
the
nature
norm.
said that his mom was a firecracker and
And
he
I,
would've
but
left.
but
So
she,
why'd you
No,
leave?
no, no. I'm talking about.
Why'd you
I'm
leave?
talking about
because of that reason.
I'm talking about.
So were they really cool? Cause you
No,
left.
no, no. Let
No,
me,
no.
Aaron, I can speak firsthand. I've seen all my dad's women in a room together at a party, no problems.
Right.
The strangest thing I've ever seen.
No, that's like
They-
in my
But
family.
why is it
That's
strange?
not
Because
strange.
Cause-
That
cause-
happens
cause
in my
most
family
women,
all the
y'all
time.
don't- that's
You're
not how
saying
y'all
it's
roll.
Not strange. I'm giving you my perspective.
That's not
Okay.
how women roll.
To me, that's not what I've seen in life
Yeah.
from women.
Okay.
When they have different baby mamas, they don't typically get along like this. Like everybody is just really good friends. So I can speak firsthand. I've seen this. What I was speaking about for my mother was her dynamic in relationships, not the dynamic of the family. Right? When it
Okay.
came to us being a family, like my little brother Justin grew up at my mom's house. That's not my mom's kid.
Right.
No problem.
I think you guys just
And-
are just hell bent on not listening to what it is that I was saying.
I'm not going against you. I'm just giving you
Wait,
other
your perspective from what
Right.
you've seen, right?
Right.
So I started off
By saying,
from my perspective and the things that I have seen, right? And how I started that bitch? Right, okay.
No, I got
It
you. So,
seems
right,
to be,
right. And he was
right,
just giving you the other perspective. And
Which
I'm just
is-
adding on to
right,
it.
but he interjected his perspective as if mine just was something that
I
just
didn't-
wasn't
I didn't say
possible.
it didn't exist. All I said is there's 4 moms that's involved that in my life
Uh-huh.
on that end, and they've never had a problem.
Okay.
Wasn't no kind of
I
problem.
never said that.
And again, and I know I said this about the group Wu-Tang, how I didn't get their music until I saw this story on how every single one of their daddies walked out of their life. Every single one.
I saw that too.
Every single one walked out their
And
life.
they didn't even correlate it until
Did-
that moment.
Yes.
That moment. Yeah.
And then it started to click for me then I started to understand the music. Because it didn't click before, because these dudes didn't have no dad in their life. Every single dad. Some dads walked out because of crack, cocaine,
funny.
going to jail, trying to hustle, trying to get paid, trying to meet other bitches, whatever it was. But there were other things in their life. But at the end of the day, they walked
Call
away.
in.
Now, should they have gone back
Phone's on.
to make sure yes, they should have.
right.
But they didn't.
Right. But you know what society will do? Look at that woman with those 2 kids by herself, raising them by herself.
Power.
But these men just walked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. We always penalize and blame the parent that stayed and not the one who decided to chuck
I
the
think
deuces.
too. I don't know where it came from, but at some point in society, if the man leaves, then the kids stay with the mom. I don't know why it was that way. When I
Because we birthed them in our bellies.
yeah.
We were stronger
So
connection.
when me and his mom decided they wasn't going to work out, I said, okay, let me take the kids. She's all I got them. Okay, you got it.
Okay, so
And then at a certain age, right around 10, 11, boys start to become men. So every little thing of what their mom says becomes, anyway, bitch, in their head.
okay, so do you remember probably about a year ago, right? We were having this discussion and I said, if I was with a guy, right, and we had a child, and it
Oh, you said you would give it.
right, and I was crucified.
No, you weren't.
Oh,
No,
run the
you
tape.
weren't.
I was crucified.
No, you
I
weren't.
was
Not by me.
crucified.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
even said I would live in the same school district and everything to make it easy for everybody, and I was
I didn't crucify you.
crucified.
They probably did
I
what
was
I did.
crucified for that. But you just sat up here and said that you tried to take him and she wouldn't give him up, right?
At the time.
But if she would have, you would have took him, right?
Yes.
So what was the difference?
No,
You
no,
wanted
no.
him.
Yeah. What do you mean? What was the difference?
That's my whole point. It's like,
She said, "Well, no, they'll stay here." I was like, "All right, cool." But as boys get older, just boys,
I get that.
they become this thing where, and I tell every young mom that when your son gets 13 or something, he's gonna say something to you that you're gonna forget when he was that little, hey, little buddy, and he's gonna be like, "Anyway, mom." And it's not, just so you understand, it's not against you.
I get it.
It's that woman
just a
thing,
coming
man.
of age.
Yes, and if women understand that, then they're able to deal with their sons and go, "Oh, you becoming a man. All right, we gotta get your daddy
so
over
what
here."
should men understand when it comes to their daughters? Like, oh, you're becoming a woman.
Like I'm having to understand with my daughter, with Maya is, I can't do her like I do with Brooklyn. I have to do it totally different. So we have a different. I go in there, we talk. I sit down with her. I gotta lean my hair. I gotta show her. I can't just walk in and go by saying I love you by saying, "Oh, clean your room up. I'll be back in. You look cute." No, I have to go in there and sit down and talk to her. I picked her up yesterday from her friend's house, and we just talked. I said, we got to drop Brooklyn off because he got a game. And she said, well, the game's out for 2 hours. What are we going to do? I said, we could talk. And she laughed. And she was like,
Talk for 2 hours with your teenager?
That's what I thought I was going to do.
Did it happen?
That was gonna happen.
No, she put her earbuds in.
I was gonna say, how much time did you get in?
Well, you know what? She might get that from watching you. Because do you
What?
sit with Michelle and talk to her for 2 hours?
That's a good point, Shelly.
So she's probably looking at you like, why
Like,
am I
you
going to
don't
talk to
even
you? You
talk
don't
to
even talk to my
mom. Why you
mom
gonna
or
be
my
I think
stepmom.
that has anything to do
Yeah.
with it.
Why not?
It does. Kids notice everything.
They notice
Good
everything.
point, Shelly.
Yeah, but because they notice everything, do you change how you live your life because kids are watching?
That's the whole
Yeah.
point of having kids. It makes you
I do.
hyper aware of your positive and negative attributes because you don't want that to be imposed on this new little person. But I ain't got kids, But this nigga with 8, let me know. He just asking all these questions.
I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
About
I'm
to
here- that's
say,
what I'm here
he's
for.
fucking youngest.
But
is
I
about to
did
be
not-
18, and
I
I was wondering.
I was trying to remember. I remember when you said that, and I didn't go against you on that because you said I'm gonna give it to the dad, and I was like, okay, it's very rare that happens, but yeah, I have a problem with that. Caller, I'm sorry. Shoot.
Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from? Okay.
This is what you do. When you
Connected to.
Everybody says that shit. It's not possible.
doing all the other stuff, clean that stuff up as you go. So then all you have to do is tell your son, throw your ass.
Yeah, I think we should.
Call from 1-832-213-8158.
Stand there and teach him. Take a few minutes to teach him how to do it, just like everybody else was saying. So when he gets older, he'll know what he's doing and how to do it on his own. Because he's getting a little bit too old to not know how to do certain things.
And I also believe it's a cop out to go, oh well, I don't want you to do dishes or do that because you're gonna fuck it up. No, I'm gonna show you how to do this shit.
But it's like
so
you
can
trust
fuck
him.
it up.
He wiped his ass well, right? You taught him that. You doing that, right?
Shelly said
But I think a lot of it also has to
Does he
do
know
with.
how to wash clothes?
Is he talking to
Does
me?
he know?
Yeah.
Does he know how to wash clothes?
He knows how to bring him downstairs.
You wash all his
Shelly,
clothes? He won't even
real.
throw a load in for himself?
He will break our machines.
How?
Then you got to show him how to do it.
Shelley?
You got to show him.
Yeah,
how to
you
do it.
gotta show him at least.
I'm going to say this.
I don't know what happened. My older son knows how to do all of it. My younger one.
Because some kids
I don't
just
know what
have
the
that.
Would you, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm talking about the skill level he has. Would you date your son? Like, just think about that. Like,
No.
right. So that's how I would look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look out for the women he gonna run into. Like,
A lot of it has to do with also that,
you know what I'm
like,
saying? Because they're gonna be looking
I'm
like.
say this, and I don't want you to get the cross face.
What?
This is what it is.
That right there.
You
That's it.
do not want him at any disadvantage to have anybody else doing anything for him. You want
That's your
him
point.
to be able to do everything for himself if he
Yeah, 'cause
chooses.
he might stay with
Now,
a
if
girl
a
who
woman
shit
decides that
because
she
she
want to
tricked
do
him.
shit for him, that's cool.
That happens.
But what you want him to do is be efficient enough to do everything for himself.
So he
I
like
don't need a
fishing.
motherfucker to do shit for me.
Yeah.
That is true.
Vernon,
That's
this might be the
Call
first
from
time I'm going to agree with you in a very long time.
1-832-213-8158.
Because I am
But other than that,
All right,
Vernon.
Vern,
Hold on, Vern.
we got another call.
I'm a firm believer.
Turn your lawnmower down.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Call it.
Hey, McVeigh.
Put some enthusiasm in your
Hey, how
voice.
y'all
What's going on?
doing?
What's going on, man?
Hey, great conversation thus far. If I could add my 2 to 3 cents,
Okay.
I think you guys are somewhat having the same conversation, except for the departure of understanding that Speedy's a little older, therefore he has a traditional sense in which how he views family.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. He just, he's a little older than us. But what I think, in my opinion, is that, being that, your spouse works, a full-time job or whatnot, I, for one, believe that there should be shared responsibilities within the house. So the man takes part as well as the wife and the kids. But I also believe in what Nick was saying earlier as far as, kind of peeping out your spouse's parent or whatnot. You just heard what Shelly just said, and that's a great example of what that is, in a sense of she's kind of taking on the characteristics of her stepmother. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. If Tony's okay with it and it works, that's just what works. Everyone's household is different. But if I could add any bit of advice, what I would say is always understand that no two households are the same.
Yes.
So what works for one person's household may not work for the next. That doesn't mean that it's broken or that it's a toxic environment. It's just that that's what works. Like, I don't agree with a lot of things that I hear Shelly say in regards to Tony. But again, Tony loves her, and they built something that was great for their family. So you can't do anything but applaud that. You know, but I also don't agree with 99% of the stuff Speedy says in terms of, you know, his marriage. But because Michelle is white, I'm okay with it. But what I'll say to end the conversation is that, you know, find your happy place. Understand that gender roles are cool. But I think what Aaron did was great, and I'm glad Speedy isn't stubborn enough to not recognize it, is that you can't give your daughter gender roles and then expect her to be one way but not have the same for your son.
Right.
They both are human beings, and they both have to be catered to emotionally and psychologically in the same way.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Big Bang.
I appreciate
And,
that.
Blessings.
and Aaron, I'll give you that.
call.
I hate having to give you that, but yeah, I'll give you
Call
that.
ended.
It did open my eyes, because as soon as I got home, I said, shit. But I told her, I said, you know, I learned it doing the radio show, and she was like,
say job. She knew you was gonna be lying.
Maya said, thanks, Dad. But now, like, she'll do the dishes, but she only does it because she wants me to take her somewhere.
Okay.
That's most teens.
Yeah, but I asked her not to do that. I said, if you're going to do it, just do it. You know, because otherwise I think you're going to be waiting for me to take you somewhere. And I have to get on Brooklyn because he'll text every 5 minutes for me to come pick him up. And I'm like, my man, you hit me one time, I'll be here. But don't keep hitting me like, how far away are you? Don't keep doing that. I hate that shit. So,
So being that you have all boys and you finally have a granddaughter, right? Congratulations.
yes!
So anything that you have planned, like saying that you didn't have any girls that you have planned for your granddaughter?
I don't know. I just want more grandbabies.
Damn, you just got this one.
I know.
How old is the baby? Something like
2 days.
Almost
Shit.
2 months, yeah.
I was.
She got to spend like the
baby.
first month
I
with her, right?
love babies.
Have you
It's
seen the
so
baby?
Cute. Yeah, that's why I was in Jersey.
You
That's why I'm
gotta
going
tell
back
the,
for
you
a
gotta tell the
month.
fans. You gotta tell the fans. They don't know where you
She's
been.
so
What's her name?
cute. Daniela Michelle.
Daniela Michelle.
She has,
You know what's really sweet?
Which is her
she has two
her
first names, or that's a
name.
middle name?
Well,
What,
because
Daniela?
Michelle was my
Michelle.
birth name, and so he gave Michelle.
No, I know, but
To
she
her-
have, like
as
my
her
little
middle
sister has
name.
2 first names.
No, that's her middle
Oh, okay.
name.
That's what
But what's even sweeter is that my son, my firstborn, put my husband's last name on the birth certificate.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh.
Shouts out to
Right.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony Tone?
Yes.
Shouts out to Tony.
So the
He said
baby
this is
has
your
Tony's
grandbaby
last
too.
name?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because his dad's
He's a good
not
kid.
around.
You got good. And
Shouts
she
out to
always
Tony.
says, like, Rio. Rio's actually a really good kid. Most
a
of
good
these
kid.
kids, no, you know,
Most of these kids are really
really
good.
good.
kids.
Your son is
I
really
saw
good
When he's
kid.
like doing
Yeah, I mean, but
Bad thing.
but
For
but
yourself.
they're going to do some shit. Brooklyn did some shit. They did some shit.
right.
Just don't know if Justin
Was
did.
Tony moved by the gesture?
He was very moved. At first, I don't think he believed him. But then, when he gave birth and sent us the birth certificate,
Yeah, that's deep.
saw it.
Yeah,
He's like,
did he
wow.
cry? He probably cried.
I'm sure he probably did inside.
Yeah, he
but
probably went in the room by himself and
cry?
dropped a tear.
You're a cry.
I know you
No.
cried, Shelly.
I didn't
Shelly,
cry.
you
I was
cry
so
over everything.
excited. Why would I cry?
You always
I
cry.
cried when I left Jersey. I haven't cried leaving Jersey in years. The last time I cried was
Wait,
when I moved here.
Is this still when I was in Jersey, it was like the #1 COVID epicenter and shit in America. Is it still like that?
I mean, I don't know, but I had my mask and a shield, so I was good.
Did anybody else have masks on out there? I know
Yeah.
the East Coast
I
kind
had-
of
Have you
open.
guys been hearing about all these fights on these flights lately?
Well, I just saw the
Fights.
one.
No, I know it was a
I
shootout.
saw
Because
the
of the
one.
masks,
It's been
or
It was just-
What was that fight about?
caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Who knows? Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
DJ
What's up,
Bay.
DJ?
What up, DJ?
Say it again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Now
We
we can
got
hear
you.
you.
We
Yeah.
got you, yeah.
Alright, so some of the things I just wanted to speak on, like some of those things, like the little, like cleaning up and stuff. Like I don't think those are big deals, especially for a man. Like a man could pay somebody to do that. Like
that.
yeah, you teach it to them like one time, but is it something that you just beat into their skull? Like
You have to be the perfect cleaner. You have to clean everything to the T. Like when you got dishwashers and
DJ out there Vegas.
and
DJ,
But most
did
men
your
don't
mom
pay
did
for
your
it.
mom have you do the dishes at home?
Not really.
Okay, so you don't know how to do dishes.
Not really.
No, I know how to do dishes. Like I said, she taught me how to. Like who don't know how to wash dishes? Like, yeah, you wash dishes, but am I sitting up there washing dishes?
No, I'm
Everybody
saying,
knows.
but you know how to wash them where they're clean and nobody's gonna get sick, right?
Especially a cup. I know you can't wash a cup good, nigga.
Right?
Some people don't wash
Yeah,
handles.
That's what I. That's what we meant by no.
Wash dishes?
I'm not. We're not saying that Tony or Rio needs to do the dishes all the time, but he needs to know how to do them so that when he moves on, he can do dishes.
But most men
Absolutely.
don't pay for a cleaning. Like most men who are on their shit and they like living in clean spaces, you know what I mean? They'll shell out the extra $60, $75, whatever, and get a cleaning lady.
Yeah,
but most men won't.
No,
They
no.
won't.
For what?
Yeah, but if you got women in your life, you don't need to hire no cleaning service.
Say that again. Say it again.
If you have women in your life that care about you and love you, you don't really need a
So
cleaning
they supposed
service.
to just be your
What
mommy.
you talking about? I is
We
loving
blood-
her. I'm not saying
Listen.
all damn day.
Like, listen, like I'm a mama's boy, right? So my mama
You
did
think?
mostly everything
Sounds
for
like
me.
it.
I didn't have to do a lot of things. But
Yeah.
I know how to do everything. Also, when I had my first crib, my first apartment, when I first moved to Vegas, I didn't clean it up, and it was getting clean, but it wasn't about me. Like, you
Because
know
you're
what
in
I'm
Vegas,
saying?
you probably
Like,
have like a
even if-
topless freaking man or whatever.
At the
you
end
call
of the
it.
day, they don't
You
believe
don't have
you.
that much game, Shelly.
I mean, it's
No,
just
but
a
they're so
pick-me.
cheap on
I
the
mean, you
strip.
gotta be a pick me to go to somebody's filthy house and clean it up from top to bottom.
What is a pick me?
Hey, but there's a
Pick me,
difference between
pick
a
me.
filthy
I got
person
all the
and a
great
house
qualities.
that's
Pick
just
me,
not
pick me.
super clean.
Sounds racist.
That's a pick
But
me.
that's how you also check the temperature of a woman. If a woman comes to your house
Uh-huh.
and sees your house is a little bit messy, and she don't clean it up, it's like, hold on, like,
I'm
like, you just gonna sit
Oh,
with
no,
your
I gotta agree with the ladies on this one, DJ.
You got like
Yeah, we might have to let you go on this one,
All I'm gonna
DJ.
do is call my
Yeah,
homegirl like
yeah,
that.
I
This
do
place
got
was
life. I
filthy.
do got life
No.
fucked up. You're absolutely right about that.
Why would you
would
expect
you
somebody else
expect
to clean
Yeah.
up your mess? That don't even
I
make no
don't
sense.
expect nobody to do nothing, but in my house, my house has always been, if my house is not the cleanest and a female come through, she just always cleaned it. So I can't speak
Nah.
for everybody else.
Why
No,
you
hey,
ain't
DJ.
all over your
Why
house
everybody
here?
else have
I'm going to
And
say
that's
this
why
much.
girls aren't finding husbands because they're
Yeah.
doing shit like that, and
Yeah.
guys are like, "Well, I don't got a wife."
Unfortunately,
anyway.
DJ, we never
No,
in this
good point,
room
Shelly.
all agree on one
Good point.
thing. For the first time,
Yeah, never.
you ain't shit. Look
Yeah,
here.
we all agree on
There's
this.
no way a girl's going to come to my house and it's going to be filthy when she get there. It's
said
already going to be
but,
clean.
But listen to what you just said, y'all. Yeah, listen to what you're saying. Filthy. I'm not a filthy person.
No,
If
no,
your
no,
house
no,
ain't clean
But
when
you
she
gotta
get there,
cleaned up. I mean, you don't have to be filthy, but if I have to actively clean it up,
that means it's
then
filthy.
it's not clean.
It doesn't, but I'm not talking about just a filthy household. You got dishes piled up, you got stains on the wall. Like
Some
that's
person
nasty.
just come
Who
and like
lives
pick
like
up the
that?
drawers
That's not
from
what
2
I'm
days
talking
ago,
about.
your socks from last
Clean
Friday.
your shower.
The hot pocket wrapper away.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Knobs
But
on the
I'm
side
always
of the
like,
toilet
I'm
down
like,
Yo, we don't
Like,
agree on much in this
Food
room,
might
but
be
we
here
agree
and
you
there.
ain't shit.
That's
Yeah,
Listen,
DJ,
I
don't
got
know.
somebody. I got somebody right
Impossible.
now. I don't clean shit.
Pick me usually
In my
get
house
picked.
right now, I don't clean shit.
You don't-
But I got somebody.
Here it is.
I'm not
See,
lonely out here.
So, Shelly, how you feel about this?
I mean, there's
DJ
somebody
said he
out
don't
there for
clean
everybody.
shit.
Somebody
Yeah,
out there for
somebody
DJ, I
fair.
can't agree
For
with
me.
you on this, man. I help my rib clean up, man, so I can't go with you on that, dog.
That's cool. And listen, every household is
foul,
not the
nigga.
same.
I
Everybody
do my
gonna run
part.
their household different. I have the luxury to where I don't have to clean anything. I don't,
So what
like, but I
luxuries
do
does
the
she-
other
does she
day. I
have by
loaded
being
the
with you?
dishwasher. I put all
She
the
might have a
dishes
whole nother side
in the
to you. You don't
dishwasher.
know.
and
Yo,
ran the
DJ,
dishwasher.
you didn't
I don't
answer the
have to
question.
do
DJ,
anything.
answer
DJ.
Aaron's question.
So you said
What's
that
the question?
You said that you have the luxury of having someone who does that for you. So I was asking you, what luxuries does she have
Great
by
question.
being with you?
Great question.
She got all the luxuries that
All
she
the
needs.
luxuries.
She gonna sit down here and list everything that
Shelly
I do.
said,
for my
what
woman.
luxury, boy?
Give me one.
Would it
I
shock
mean,
you?
said
If she,
what?
would it shock you if she had a side
dude?
dude?
What does she have through you that you
Shelly-
do for her that she don't want to do for herself?
Shelly said she got a side nigga.
No, I did not say. I said, would it shock you if she had a
That's not
side
my
dude?
business if she did.
Yeah, it is.
She
Your
did?
voice got up kind of high.
All right, so what
Wait,
does
she
she
said
get
she
in
did?
return?
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't care.
Whatever she wants.
No,
What does
no,
that even
nigga,
mean?
no.
No,
What does
no,
that
no,
mean?
You
no,
you
no,
set a
Like you
standard,
pay all the
right?
bills, like you give her money,
Right,
like
because
what's
you
going
set a
on?
standard that she cleans
This
the house.
is what I'm saying. Y'all gonna listen. You can say all the little things you want to say to try to change.
No,
make me
we
change my
asking.
answer.
We're
But my
asking.
answer is going to stay
We're
the
not
same.
trying to-
Whatever she wants. So if she asks me for something, I'm gonna get it. If she asks me to do something, I'm gonna do
So
it.
if she asks you to
Does she
clean
know
up,
this?
Whatever.
what if she asks you to clean
yeah,
up?
So she asks. if she asks me to clean up, I'm going to clean up.
So what
The
are you
other day,
standing
I
on
went to
then?
the I watched the
Your pimp hand is horrible. Nigga. How you gonna say I don't clean up shit? But if she asks me to clean up, I'll clean it up. I don't really care.
Exactly. Because
What are you
you're not
talking
understanding
about,
the
man?
dynamics of that. That's exactly what I said. I don't have to. I don't have to do anything.
It's like, nigga,
But
tell
if
you
I
to run his
want
house.
to,
I
I
think we should have.
can. But if I go home right now, my house is clean. You feel me? Like I said, but I can load
But maybe
it
she's
this
just a clean
I let her
person,
know.
though, DJ. That's not really you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, maybe she
but
don't
I
want
let
you
her
want to be
know
nasty.
that-
Maybe she want roaches.
Yeah.
Well, you let her
But
know
at
what?
the same time, I let her know that I don't need her to
let
do
her.
any of that
I
because
never
I
said
can
that.
do all of that
I've never
myself.
used those
Somebody
words. when it
lets
came
me
to
know
Okay, so
that
you
they don't
said-
need me to do anything.
Wait, DJ. So you saying you have a woman who just likes, she just appreciates a clean household.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never
Yeah,
use
that's
the
not how you.
words.
That's not how you phrased it. But go
I'll
ahead.
let her know. I think
But no,
that's not cool.
but that's just.
But I
like
got what you're
said,
saying.
it's- Y'all,
Somebody said hang
yeah,
up
but
on
yeah,
this
y'all
nigga.
trying to change the words. I'm saying.
No,
yeah,
I'm
because
just- you
that's
said-
what
Words
it
are
is.
important.
But
They
also
have
take
meanings.
into
And the
consideration
right words are the
that
right
you
he's
said
going
I'd
home.
let her know.
He said, I'll let her know I don't
Alright.
need her to do anything for me.
Yeah, I don't think you should say that when it
And
comes
I
to a
just said,
woman.
if someone
Yes,
let me know that they
listen,
didn't need me to
I've
do
told her
anything,
that-
I wouldn't do
I've told her that to her face that I don't need her to do anything for me.
Why would you
She's
tell her
not
that?
doing anything.
But you don't
that
have to
I
let a
cannot do.
woman know that.
Let me know, so I know.
But
So
I
what's
yes,
the-
I have to.
So DJ, what's I don't, I'm confused. What's the dynamic there? I don't want to say what's the point. What's the dynamic of the relationship if you don't need her to do anything?
There's no dynamic. We just in a relationship together. We love one
Y'all
another, so we
homies?
with
Y'all
each
got
other.
kids?
But
You guys have kids
They got two
together?
girls.
Oh, that's why she's
yeah, we got 2 kids together.
Stuck.
Well, Aaron said she's stuck.
And also, I wanted to speak. I wanted to speak on that. I wanted to speak on
He
that
just
as
said
well.
they have no
as with
dynamic
the,
in
like,
their relationship. His words.
He did say that.
So,
But I wanted to speak on how y'all was talking about like the baby daddies and the baby mamas and stuff like that. And everybody always blame the dad. The dad just got ghosted and left and
Yeah.
blah blah
right.
blah and all
But
this.
some of these women be out
Women
pocket.
don't really. Women don't really take accountability in that situation. And the way I see it is, I'm not gonna jump through hoops. There's certain things that I'm not gonna do just to be able to see my kids or take care of my
Like I
kids.
said,
You
I
should
got-
jump through hoops and do whatever you can.
I'm
to
with
see
Shelly
your
on
kid.
this
What
one.
are you talking
nigga.
about?
I'm with Shelly on this
Is
one.
he
What
on crack?
Jump
Are you
through.
on crack?
Dude, you
Shelly,
are
Shelly
that's
said you're on crack.
Shelly, that's an old
Dude, let
drug.
me
You
tell
gotta
you
use
something.
Yeah,
you
I'm
gotta
on
use a
crack.
newer drug.
When
But
I
what
had-
I'm saying is,
Showing your age, Shelly. Use a newer drug.
When I had my son, my first son,
See,
his
ecstasy.
dad was psycho and literally took him away from me.
But
Like
you knew he was
physically
psycho when you met him.
took him
right?
away from
You
me.
did know that.
I had nothing. I
Was that
literally
about
came
you?
out of the group,
Was
I
that
had
about you or
nothing.
his kid? Like he just
It
wanted
was
his
about
kid?
Yeah,
him
you probably
hating me,
deserved it.
wanting to
Oh,
hurt
okay,
me.
gotcha,
He
gotcha.
took my son, like literally a whole year I did not have my son.
Right.
Like as a kid, as a baby. Like I would visit him like
How
on
does
the
that
weekends.
feel?
I literally did whatever I
pissed off
worked
now, nigga. What do you
100,000
mean?
jobs. I hired I literally did whatever I had to do to go
Right.
get my baby back.
Right.
Like there was nothing in this world that was gonna stop me. I don't care if you put a hit on me. I didn't give a shit what the fuck
God
you did.
He was
Damn.
Italian, so
Literally,
you know.
right. And I'm
That's
like,
different.
I'm getting my baby
mob
back,
shit.
and I got my baby back.
And
Like,
now he grew.
I got my
There's
baby.
nothing
baby,
you can
baby,
tell
He don't
baby,
remember
baby,
that shit
I
at all,
had to do it.
though.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
remember it
different.
all.
Sounds
Which is
like
sad,
you.
because
It sounds like
I'm
it's
telling
a
you,
relationship full of love and happiness. I wish you guys the best.
So I don't
All
understand
right,
those
DJ at the
dads
Vegas.
when they don't fight for their
They
kids.
said the
No.
bottom of DJ toilet stinks.
Nope.
I mean, your woman had a good cleaner, nigga. That's what that means, nigga.
You want to put that on here? You want to put that on here?
No, that's all good. I need to play.
But you know what the crazy kicker is? After all that drama, once my son went into middle school, disappeared, never talked to him again.
Because it was a control issue with you.
Yeah, it was a
I don't
control
know, I feel like
he
I
knew he was trying to get to
In
you.
one of those shoot the messenger type people because you know how the chat room says. Because I am single and I don't have kids, so obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Even though everything that comes out of my
I
mouth
would
is
say it's not
facts.
that you don't know what you're talking. It's just like I never forget. We was doing Speedy's Comedy Corner, and we had a marriage counselor come on to the show. And at the time, Buddy Lewis was on the show, and he was married. And he asked the marriage. He said, "Have you been married?" And he said, "No." And Buddy said, "There's nothing you can tell me about being married if you ain't married."
Right.
And most people feel that way about you. If you were to say anything about kids, and they will, "Do you have kids?" And you go, "No."
But I've been a kid.
Yeah, but you can't tell me
Because
that's a different situation as being a
I
kid
understand.
and
I don't
raising
have to-
kids.
I get that, but you also have to understand this person that you're raising, right? Just because they're a child right now, they're not going to be a child forever.
Yeah, but they're a
And
child
you're
at that
right,
time.
but you're dealing with the person at the end of the fucking day.
No, I'm not.
You're just
dealing
dealing with
the
a person
child.
that's only been here for 4 years.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you're dealing with a person. So yes, I feel like a lot of times we do a lot of coddling with these fucking kids when we really shouldn't. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're
but
right.
it's like, it's not because I don't know it. It's just like I know just the kind of the psychology and the dynamics of how what you're doing is going to have a lasting effect. It's like
Okay, well then you heard me wrong then, because it wasn't about whether that point. It was the point of what Buddy was. You're not married.
Yeah,
so you
I
can't
agree
tell
with him.
me how to be married.
agree with him.
So most people
Do you know what
live
I
on.
hear
Hold
when-
on. Most people live on that standard of, if you not living this life, you can't tell me how to live
Do you know,
that
like,
life.
okay, so for the buddy comment,
I
you know what
agree
I
with that,
hear
though.
when I hear that, like, you're not married, so you can't tell me anything about marriage.
Mhm.
Like, you've never been as miserable as me, so you can't tell me about our situation.
Yes,
it's, like,
it's hard.
But just because
It's hard
I'm
for me
not-
to take your criticism or
because
whatever you're gonna say.
you feel there's a certain level of misery that marriage brings from the married people.
No,
Let them tell the
that's not,
story.
that's not, I don't
That's
think
a
it's
little
hard. Yeah, I don't
harsh.
think it's
I don't want to say
Misery.
misery, but disappointment.
No,
I think you're
or
hearing the other
compromise
side.
No,
or
no,
something like that.
no.
So I
what I think is when if you're a solid person, you make a commitment and you honor that commitment, right? Because like my pop said, you can always do what you want to do.
Mhm.
So it's really about you having to honor what you said that you're going to do. That takes stress on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to
So
change.
just imagine, even let's take it something simple, right? If
Okay.
you said I'm gonna keep my house clean every spick and span for 30 days,
not happening.
right? But just imagine how much
Not for
stress
me.
you're gonna be under just the little things, right?
Yeah.
A nigga dropping a piece of paper, you're gonna notice everything now. So when you're married to somebody and you're around that person all day, every day,
Mm-hmm.
you see everything.
I get that.
All the little niggas, when a nigga just when you turn over, they hear.
Yeah.
Just something that
But
simple.
that doesn't mean
and
that
you like,
somebody
damn.
can't give you advice because everybody's
No,
dynamic
but what I'm
is,
saying
is
is,
different.
if you don't go through that, right?
Mhm.
If
Or
you
haven't
don't
been
have
through
to
that.
have those conversations like, damn, I can't leave, she can't leave. We got to sit down and work. If you don't have to do those things, it's hard to relate to those things.
That's like, I think people that's been on drugs, right?
Okay.
And they go to rehab. The motherfuckers they talk to have been on drugs. Those are people that they'll respect and listen to. If you went there and I go there and I've never been on drugs,
Crack.
I've never had a habit, never been on crack, and I'm going to go tell somebody who has been on crack what they need to do, they would look at me and go, I can't take your advice. And I'll go, why?
Okay.
I know what the fuck I'm talking
I'll give
about.
you that.
And they'll
Right.
go, no, you don't.
That's a good example.
Crack is.
Don't do that.
I'm glad you took crack for a good.
No, I'm just saying.
feel you on the
That's
crack
a good
thing.
But
example.
I
I
guess-
wouldn't be, I'm not the friend to have if you have an addiction.
Thank you, Deron.
Same thing with me. But I do understand that
Courtney.
when it comes to like I said, being married, I didn't know I could stop not having sex with other women.
You didn't know that?
Wait, what?
No, because I
It took you saying I do for it to
yes,
click.
yes, because before that I was just nigga
So up until I do, you was still fucking other bitches?
pretty much.
I didn't think you was gonna admit that, but hey.
You're not married. You ain't married. Nigga, what the hell?
I
Oh,
said up until he
again,
said I'm married.
I think
so
the-
Friday night he was, but on Saturday I do.
Hey, nigga, pretty much. No.
Nigga, till you single, nigga.
That's right. You know me.
And I think once you get married, everything that far as fucking and all that shit is wiped off the slate. You can't go back to when you were single. No, motherfucker, when I was single, I was single.
So basically everything starts at
The
I
day
do.
I get married.
Everything. So
Yes.
everything prior to I do, charge it to
That
the
was
game.
charging. That's
Water
what you
under the
did.
bridge.
That's what I did. We was in them streets.
I could take that.
We was
Right.
on
I
even
can-
now.
That's how I
I
roll
could
too.
take that.
Now we come clean with a clean slate and we take off running.
I
from
do it
there.
like you're born. It's like in baptized.
Yeah.
You're born again, nigga.
I could take that. I could
Whatever
rock with
happened
that.
before
That's all
then,
it- yeah.
I don't
If
even wanna
somebody
talk about
came to me and said, you know your girl fucked a gang of people before you got married. Okay,
Who
whatever.
hasn't?
I'll probably choke a nigga.
They
if
said,
you
hey,
do that
look.
for me, nigga, FYI.
Who
I'm
still
gonna
has
choke
it?
you.
Look,
out
who
on
has
the
it?
spot, nigga.
Right.
Who ain't been in the streets, nigga? I was in the streets.
I'm not.
But I never thought I could not.
Because every time I try to get in these streets, so disgusting.
It's bad now. I feel sorry for y'all.
It's disgusting.
Not we don't. Me and Shelly.
It's
don't.
even
And
worse
it's
now
like
'cause-
even the old niggas don't know how to act. Like before, you could be like, "Fuck these young niggas. Let me go get me a little old sugar daddy." Now the old niggas don't know.
Cause
How
now
to
the
Hey,
old
'cause they
niggas
know
got
they
cameras.
work.
Dude,
Old
speaking
niggas
of
on
sugar
TikTok.
daddies,
Right, now the
I've
old
seen
niggas
them
on
all over my
TikTok.
Yeah, they got
TikTok.
camera
Yes.
phones.
Yes, they got camera phones now.
And
Carla,
these
what's
sugar
your name? Where
daddies
you
are
calling
joining
from?
in on it.
Okay, I'm not gonna
This
talk
nigga's
about
hilarious.
I don't know nothing about it, and
Good
first off,
point,
I don't
Bernie.
care.
Don't
But
talk
what
about
I'm
no pussy.
going to say is that once you stand in front of whoever you stand for, raise your hand or whatever you're going to do, you're not only making a commitment to your partner, you're making a commitment to the high one as well.
I thought you were about to say
Yes.
family.
You're
Most
making
definitely.
a covenant. You're making a covenant with your partner and God. You're
Yes.
promising God and your partner that you will do nothing to destroy the sanctity of your marriage. So therefore, people.
Even though you're not gonna be
We
perfect.
have a gospel podcast, Vernon.
No, it's not, I'm just telling you what it is.
Victory with
I'm not
Vernon.
trying to be. I'm not trying to tell you the gospel. I'm not trying to do.
Hey, we need a name for Vernon's new show.
I'm just trying to let you know, hey,
Victory Mountain.
once you say I do, everything you do can and will be used against you.
That's facts, Vernon.
Court of
Never,
law.
yeah, in the court, yeah.
No.
Not in the court of marriage.
No, that
Thank
is
you.
true.
The
Once you
court
get
of-
married, you go to court, nigga, there you go.
Cause see, once you tell God, I'm not gonna do that no more, and then you lie to him, now you got a problem.
But God knows you're already lying to him anyway. 'cause
Good
we're all
point,
sinners.
Shelly.
Yeah, it ain't like he just found out.
In the 7th inning.
Yeah, he didn't just find out. He
Ain't
knew
no
when you
Popeyes
started
over
doing
here,
it.
nigga. Ain't know who you is.
Way to go, Shelly. All right, thank you, Vern. So
Thanks. Good
can
call,
I
Vern.
say this?
Yes.
All right.
And I want to get back to this
Good call,
thing where you said, you know, the misery of marriage. Marriage is not a misery. It's actually a great situation. Yes, it is.
I don't believe. I don't doubt that it is.
You just
not.
haven't heard
What do you
that
think the
side.
percentage
Right.
is?
It's just that when the married people are speaking
Talking
of
to
their
you.
marriage, then I mean, you would think you would want to tell a single person how great this union, you know what I mean, this institution is.
I just did.
You don't want to lie and say everything's great
Yeah, it's not
all
gonna
the
be
time. Like, it's
hunky-dory.
work.
That's my whole point. But
people
it's like
you-
if I'm listening to 10 married couples, right, and 8 out of the 10. They're at the, we already in here. We done got a mortgage. The kids just, he gonna start kidding. You know what I mean? It's one of those, fuck it, let me just make the best out of it.
Right.
I'm not really happy, but I'm already in this motherfucker, so let me
Because
just try to make the most out of it.
But no, it's not
you
make the
know?
most of it. You get married and then shit happens and you gotta find a way through it because it's not like in a relationship, I like to find a way to make us work. If it work, it work. If it don't, I'll find somebody else. I'm already dating 2 other people. So that's the train of thought you have as dating. When you're married, you go, okay, we made this thing in front of God, and I'm upset about some shit you did. You upset about some shit I do, but let's sit down and work it out. And we sat,
But I
and
feel like
because
if
you didn't have to do that when you were single.
I get it, but I feel like the way you're describing it sounds like petty shit y'all shouldn't be breaking up over no way.
No,
You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
it's still whether you it
get what
may
I'm
seem
saying?
it may look petty from the outside, but to those 2 people, it's not petty.
Okay,
Whatever
well,
that is.
Nonetheless,
But my thing
I
I'm
haven't
saying,
ran across anybody who is praising, except Nick.
Can I add
I
a
haven't
different
ran across
dynamic?
anybody who praises marriage.
Can I add a
I love
Shelly,
marriage.
Sherry loves
I
marriage.
don't want it.
I love marriage.
Shelly.
And look, did you see her
What'd I say, Shelly?
conversation?
Sherry, like, what the But people don't
Shelly.
understand that love is not a feeling. Love is a choice. And so that's what people
Love is an
understand when you-
action word.
When you get
Thank you,
married, like you're
a
choosing to
choice.
love this person no matter what they do.
Right.
And people think, oh
And
no,
what
it's
you
all
find out later
butterflies,
on.
and it's not.
Because once you married to the person, you got to work through the shit.
You don't have to.
Yes, you do.
I would say this.
You're obligated to work through it. Yes,
no,
you
that's
are.
Not, I don't think
I
you're
believe
too,
you are.
But I would say this. I think that I think the biggest misconception is it's about the investment, right? And I think sometimes that's maybe what you hear and the frustration come from when people are telling you about their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But I think most of the time people are not leaving because of the investment. You invest
Right.
into the person's family, to them as a person,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And to you're building a home,
Mhm.
right? Until in letting them get to know who you are. Like all these things are investments.
I
And just
agree.
like anything you invest in, you don't want to see that just poof and go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you
If
put the
if
time in.
You also
If
want
you
to
spend-
invest
I
in
get it,
yourself.
but
though,
that's my
too.
whole thing is like just because it's like, okay, say you invested into a car club, right? And for 10 years you all
Let's say a car.
No, I'm just saying a car club, like
Okay.
the people, right? So for 10 years, you love showing up at this car club, you're invested in this car club, and then one day you're just not as invested anymore.
Mhm.
You just whatever the I think it's for me. I think I am a commitment phobe, and the longevity and the permanency of marriage is what makes me so apprehensive about it
But-
because I can't fucking shake.
But
'Cause
you know
what
what?
I mean?
You know what gets me though is when I think about that, right? And I think about issues that may come up. I think about what I asked for,
Mhm.
right?
I don't ask for a lot.
No. But we all ask for things.
you
Whether
might
it be-
think that.
whether it be praying or whatever, right? We
You're the
all,
person right
at
now.
some point in time, we all prayed and said what we wanted, right? And then we look up and you get it, right?
Mhm.
So now this is a gift that you asked for something. Whoever you believe in dropped it off for you. How messed up is that for you to go now that you didn't got what you wanted? I don't want it now.
No, it's not.
Hold on, I'm not saying that's you. I'm saying that's what happens most of the time. So in my head, right?
Mhm.
How I process it is, damn, I asked for this. You see what I'm saying? So I cannot now neglect the responsibility that comes with it just because I
Because
didn't
it
know
is a
about
responsibility.
Like, if I go ask for the Benz, nigga, and then after I get the car to the house, I find out insurance is $500.
Yep.
Gas gonna run me
Yeah.
$250 a week. Now I can't now look at the dealer and go, nigga, you should have told me. No. I sat there, picked the magazine out. I worked my
I
ass off
get
for the
it,
car.
but
So
also, what you wanted at 20 is not the same thing that you
It doesn't-
want at
but
40.
as a man,
you know
you
what I
have to-
mean?
as-
so
but
it's
as a
like,
man-
why can't marriage just be like? Why does it have to be fucking till death do us part?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why
When do
can't it
you
be?
when do you want it to?
I feel like every 7 years we should check in.
I'm gonna tell you why,
You
Aaron.
still
Check in
cool?
how?
I'm still cool. You want to still rock with this? Cool. No, you think we should dissolve it? Cool.
Like a
And
lease?
Because I just
But
feel
then
like that
let all that the 7 years or whatever we accumulated go.
we're not letting it go. We still
Because I'm
we
going my
still-
way. If we
still
break, we
have
breaking
it.
up, right?
We still have
We
it.
breaking up. You
The
bouncing, right?
possessions don't go
I'll
to
tell
the
you-
government.
I'll
Just-
tell you
just
why.
listen,
I'll
at
tell you why
seven-
that don't make sense.
Why?
If you had let's say you had a car, right, and you knew every year, every 4 years, or you're leasing a car, so you knew every 3 years you're gonna get a new car.
Right.
You're not as concerned about this car as if you purchased this car.
I agree.
Because you understand that at the end of 3 years, nigga, if
I
something
can get a new
happened,
one.
I can bounce anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't have to check on these tires. I don't have to get this oil changed.
Okay.
So you don't honor that vehicle and put a bunch
Especially in that last year.
I see
right?
your argument.
So
Really?
right. So
I
that's
see your
why
argument.
that's
I
why
see
the
your
good book
argument.
says
Okay.
that marriage is
Yes,
honorable, right? Because you're right, Aaron. It takes a hell of a person to say, I don't know the future. I realize,
But
one
I'm
thing
a
in my
rocket
life,
with you.
I said, damn, you know what, Nick? I seem to change every 5 years. I peeped that about myself. I get tired of people every 2 years. I really mapped this out. So I said, damn, all right, I'm going to have to just work through this consciously. I'm going to have to fight through these processes. You know what I'm saying? You got to go?
No.
Oh, I thought you had to bounce. But I just think that
I'm
that's
the same way, Nick.
yeah, I think that's a realization that it's important as a man, and I've never been a woman, but to come to, you know what I'm saying?
And I'll double with his. My longest relationship before I was married was 5 years. In just dating was always, and right around 5 years, I go, okay, is kid or no kid, deuces. I can't. So I'm out.
Mine too.
And I couldn't even tell you why. Right around 5.
Mine has always been right around 2.
Yeah.
See?
Hey, I'm a two.
And
I'm a
I
2
think
year
that's
nigga.
what you're scared of.
2 year
That
nigga
when
and
that
I'm
two
out.
come, if you're married, your 2 year itch is still going to come, and you're still going to look at it, whether there's a paper there or not. You're still going to look at them like,
because I
That's
feel
how I
like a
was.
lot of people that I ended up in relationships with, I wouldn't have chose them to be in relationships with. They just kind of stumbled. You know, I don't mean, you know, you
But
just
this
look
is
up
the
and you're
thing.
like,
But what if
oh.
you had to say, you know what? Because I can't just walk away from the situation, I actually have to change who I
yes.
am.
And that's what I did. When
That's
I said,
what happens in a marriage.
that's
It's like,
exactly what I did. I'm
Right.
not going to walk away from the situation like I normally do. So if I get married, I have to stop being the Speedy I used to be. The
That's
wolf.
that's the realest part about it. It's like, damn,
like, what
when
got
I
changed
when I
about
get into
myself?
shit with if I get into it with my wife, I gotta go. Damn, you know what? Okay, this is who she is. This is how she takes information. This is how she takes this in. I have to change my approach because I can't just make that on her to be what I need you to be. Like, we in this shit together, so I gotta be like, okay, if this affecting you, if I come home and the house ain't clean, right? This is for Go Young DJ. I'm not finna go wake my rib up and be like, nigga, what's up with the dishes? I'm gonna assume you're tired. I'm just gonna make this assumption. Maybe you worked all day. I'm just gonna get a benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna throw these dishes in there and just knock this shit out and I'll go about my day.
I mean, okay,
That's
I
it.
agree. Now,
Keep
I
it
would
there.
like to close this out.
I hate when you agree because you're like,
Why?
I'm playing.
Everybody expects you to say something negative.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why you guys think I'm a negative person.
It's your
But
job.
I do get tired of talking about relationships. I can
Okay,
say
so we
that.
take a break
Yeah.
and then we come back. Do
Okay.
something different.
Yeah. Right. Where the hoes at?
So no, do a break.
Wow.
Do a break.
Summertime
break.
about to hit.
Really
Positive,
break.
Shelly.
I feel like she's about to do a dance, like.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break.
Quick break, y'all.
A real quick break. We'll be back. Oh, we got to call her real quick. I hope they
Like,
ain't.
you
Oh,
ain't
no.
going nowhere.
Yeah, Aaron, they like you on the mic.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? What's
Take that
cracking,
L.
Al?
Take that L. You, man.
What up?
Hey, so look, man, marriage is work, period.
Yes, it is.
Nobody sound happy.
And
No, why
you
you sound
know,
white?
the
Hell,
thing-
you sounded so
nobody be like-
yeah. You sound so bad,
I know
bro.
niggas who love their job. You know
No,
what I mean?
no,
To be
I-
y'all be
There's
like,
days that they are like frustrated
no,
at work.
it's just
right,
this.
you can't
It's
ask
just
somebody
this.
to join up.
Aaron.
Yes,
look,
sir.
Aaron.
Yes.
You. I'm not, and I don't mean this to be harsh.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do.
But
Just say it. I don't need a disclaimer.
But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it anyway. Your mindset on marriage is jacked up,
Okay.
and with that mindset, you're not gonna get married. You're not going to find that person. Now, here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's not somebody out there that will marry you, but that won't marry you.
Right,
But I'm
like
just
if
saying
you
as
don't,
far
oh
as
my God, you are nobody because you're.
I'm sorry.
People think their life is over and it's not.
No, I mean, keep going with
Well,
what you're saying.
I'm just saying. Well, hold on. What I'm saying, for the long term, the person you are when you say I do is not going to be the person, like you say, the person you are when you're in your 20s is not the person you are when you're 30s. And the same thing happens with marriage, except it happens in a little bit faster than being single, because you're with that person all the time. So you see all those perks, you see all those things. So like Nick's saying, each person has to make an adjustment and realize things have changed, whether it's the situation, whether it's them, whatever it is, finances, it could be a number of different things. But you still have to realize that that's where the work comes in and being able to adjust to the changes that have been made.
But what if you realize it's not worth the work?
Okay, but see, that's the problem. That's the problem. You're saying you're not realizing it's worth the work. You can't say that it's not worth the work if you haven't even put the work in.
No. I'm saying, like, is that where divorce comes in? I know I'm asking. Like, okay, I've realized I've already bought this shit. I got to make the most out of it, you know? And I'm going to make it work. I'm going to do my part, right? And I have eagerly been trying to meet us halfway, and it's just not working. So would you say what would you suggest to me? You separate at the time, or you get a full-fledged divorce? Because sometimes you need a cool off.
I mean, you gotta keep trying for a while.
It's not a halfway situation.
You have to.
Where's the rule?
God
Show me the
them
rule.
When you get married, for death do us part.
It also says don't eat pork.
It's not a halfway situation, though.
It's a
situation where
No, he's talking about vows.
you're going scriptures.
you have to put in 100%.
We're talking about the ones for getting married.
That's not in the Bible.
But in the Bible, it
I
does.
don't care. I'm just saying, whatever you said in front of somebody.
But if you're going to quote the Bible, just understand that God said all sins are weighed equally in His eyes.
Thank
so,
you.
you know, it doesn't matter whether you cheating on your wife or you eat
And
bacon.
marriage vows are
God
not.
looks at all the same.
No, bacon and cheating is two different
No,
things.
I mean, niggas eat shrimp.
Marriage vows are not in the Bible, by the way.
Come on, but let me hear you guys'
nigga
argument.
just
Just say
hold it.
honor one another.
Yeah, but that nigga just holding that book.
I thought you didn't want to talk about
Making
this
shit
no
up.
more.
It's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's
We just
that
want to do something different.
It's not that. It's just that I just want people to be accurate when they're talking to me about it.
Yeah,
you know?
but I think.
Okay, hey.
Yes.
Can I ask Aaron a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's say you find this guy. And he's
Impossible.
All right. Well, let's say we make him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he don't exist.
No.
Let's make him up. And you find this guy, and he's the one that get married. Okay, let's say you have the normal marriage issues that people have, whether it's money, whether y'all arguing about whatever it is. And 4 years down the line, you come to him and have this talk that you say you have, checking to see if you're good or not.
Right, temperature check.
So how would you approach that situation with a person that you've invested time in, energy in, effort in? How would you approach that person and say, hey,
think he cool.
We good? You can't just go from the saying we good.
Okay, see, and that's why I think the problem is because that I don't understand why you can't, because you guys aren't used to having just open.
Because you're not married.
So you can't just go up to yourself like you good, everything good. You got an issue with me, ain't no beef. Like y'all can't have real fucking communicate. That's why y'all tippy-toe around this motherfucking thing.
No,
who's tippy-toeing?
Saying that he said, okay,
that's not a real conversation.
It's not a real conversation.
That's not the conversation you have in a marriage.
Y'all, because you guys don't clearly communicate. Everybody plays. No, everybody's playing games. This is what they do here. Let me dance around. Hey, look, we've been together for a minute. You asked me a question,
Here's where
right?
you start to go down, because we're trying to tell you. And
you're trying to tell me y'all don't know how to communicate. That's
no,
what the fuck
we
You can communicate.
Listen.
I can't say.
Aaron.
Is everything cool?
No, she can hear
Yes,
you,
you
brother.
can. Yes, you can.
Like,
But she's
wow,
not.
y'all get to
I think you
tap
guys
dance
are
around it, but I
Aaron.
can't say it
You
straight
guys are
up.
confused
Shut
about
up.
the question.
I'm not okay.
This is where you go down, Aaron. This is where you go down, because we're trying to tell you. We're trying to answer your question and give you the answer, and you're not accepting of the answer because you're trying to force your thinking,
No,
and you're not married. So you
okay,
can't-
let me-
No, no.
Get to the point.
You're trying to force.
No, it's like don't be so long-winded. If you want me to get to
because you're not
get
you're
to
not
it.
listening. Your problem. This is where you fall apart.
Right.
When you start doing the over talking, you don't listen. We're answering your question, and you don't want to accept the answers. We're married. You're not.
Okay.
So no, you can't just go up and say, "Are you good?" That's not the type of conversation. That's not how you have that conversation.
I would be weird if 7 years you went to me and said, "You good?"
I mean, not,
I'm just saying, it'd be weird.
I've had
don't know how to
conversations
interpret
with my
shit.
husband about that.
Of course, it's not a walk up, say, "Bruh, you good?" You know what I mean? Of
That's
course
what I
it's-
thought.
I mean,
No,
I'm
but
just
you
saying
have conversations like,
figuratively
let's touch
speaking,
base. Is,
Are you good?
Are we
Is
lacking
everything
anything?
okay? Is
Like,
there
can
any
you
Are we
work
on the
with
same
me?
level?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What do you think about
normal.
But why not?
It's
But why not
say
do that
my
every
thing,
day?
bruh.
Why not do that every day? Why
Huh?
not do that every year? Why wait till 7 years?
Because he's based off of the thing.
No,
where I
I'm
said-
asking. Though.
No. Every day is a
But
little
why have a
excessive.
check-in
You know what I mean?
period?
No, not every day.
You're
Let's say
not
every
gonna,
year.
you're not gonna have, but Aaron, you're not gonna have just a check-in where you're like, "Hey, everything good?" Because you understand you're living with this person every day. You're around them every day. You're gonna be having interactions with them every day. So it's not like it's gonna be like time to change the oil. Let me check in and see if you're good. You're interacting with this person all the time. So if there's a problem,
It will
you're gonna
come
know
out.
before
That's
that.
not true. Because how many men right now in relationships with bitches that's halfway
How
out
you
the
gonna
fucking
say it's
door
not true?
and they
You're
with them
asking.
all day,
Those-
every
Those
day?
are not marriages.
You saying
How
there's
you
a
know?
motherfucking dollar
Well,
bill?
why
How
can't
you gonna
be
say
a wife
that's
can't
true?
be halfway out the door? This nigga.
Should have said a $2 bill.
But that's my whole
I'm a rare
point. It's
one.
like just because you are with someone every day does not mean that you innately can just read what's going on with them because they might have something that they're just
So Aaron,
glossing
When
hold,
you
over.
hold on, hold on.
married, then you can
Hold
give
on, hold on,
advice
hold on,
about
hold on.
marriage.
L, hold on. So I think Doug Christie and his wife must be doing it right. They get married every year. So isn't that like a check? Like we checking?
No,
you say that?
I feel like that's pacifying the ego, but nonetheless, you know what I mean?
Oh, you don't think that's good?
I think it's
No, I
weird.
feel like it's actually very problematic. I feel like it's very problematic
How often
and it's
do-
very insecure.
How often do most
But
people renew?
nonetheless.
How often do most people renew their vows?
Mostly
10,
like every
15,
10
20
years, or if
ish.
something traumatic happened, or something like a big event or something.
Have you done yours?
No. I mean, we
Okay.
want to, but that's only because we didn't have the traditional wedding, but we just never got around to it.
To do renewal,
That's what's up.
do vows.
So you have a
Yeah.
party?
So you think the year that Doug Christie and his wife, that's a little extreme?
To me, I feel like it.
I mean, that
to
is
me, I feel like it's problematic. I feel like it's very
She's
insecure,
extreme.
and I feel like he
She's
is
a lot.
catering to her insecurity by just letting her go with these
So
shenanigans and trying to keep the peace in the house.
as the
That's some
as
that's
the
some weirdo
husband,
shit.
as
That's
the
some weirdo
husband,
shit.
should we cater? Sometimes in situations, even when you're dating someone, you go, okay, she a little
It's
crazy,
important to them,
so I'll
yeah.
cater to that little ego
Yeah.
part. Like we love Tony. We think you guys are fucking fantastic. Tony's
Mm-hmm.
a fantastic dude, and some guys will go, well, he caters to Shelly, as he should.
Okay.
Because it makes her happy. If
Okay.
it makes her
But he
happy,
ain't throwing her a wedding every year.
He would.
But,
if he had it,
but you asked specifically,
Shout out to Tony.
right?
yeah,
Not them
but
as
I
a whole.
but
Like,
no,
Damn right.
but I'm saying on some levels, men, women, but mostly men, we do go okay just to make her feel
that's
good.
fine, but there's extremes to everything. You know what I mean? Telling her she looks good in that blue dress. You know what I mean? Or telling what little things like that to cater to her. Just do little things. Take her fucking paper off her straw. Right? That's different than just having full-fledged fucking weddings
Why is that different?
every 12
Why?
months.
Why?
Because I feel like the root cause of you wanting to have this opulent celebration every 12 months to a man that you've been with for over 20 years, there's a root cause of insecurity there of why do we have to go through this display every 12 months to show these same people who don't give a fuck last year that we still give a fuck this year. You
Maybe
know what I
something
mean?
happened
There's
that
a
we don't
root there's a
know.
root cause to
Right,
that.
but let's say
Like maybe he cheated or something,
Let's-
but we don't know. But she knows, and so for her, it makes her secure.
There's
if-
a root
But
cause
if I'm Doug,
to
but
that.
if I'm, but look,
Or it could just
but
be for TV.
If I'm Doug Christie, right, and I love this woman, right,
Mm-hmm.
who knows what she's done for him, and so if he's looking at it, like, look, it's gonna cost me a trip over here and $100,000 a year for everything to be cool.
To make her- yeah,
for
to
the
make
next
every-
11 months to be
Fine.
butter.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Okay, I'm not saying
Say
it's-
less, nigga.
Listen, I'm
Set
not
the party up, throw the charade, let's do
I'm
it,
not
nigga.
saying don't do it. We're talking about the root cause of that. I said I feel like just that display is problematic. He is throwing money at a situation versus dealing with the root cause of why do you feel the need of us
But the
having.
reason I brought it up is to go with your thing of, isn't that like checking the temperature? Like, yo, we good, right? So let's go get married again. Isn't that the same thing?
No,
Or Aaron,
I don't think so.
the example I was
I thought
saying,
it was
I
gonna
wasn't looking at it like pacifying the situation. right? I was looking at it like that is the solution for the situation.
Call ended.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what if that's Doug Christie looking at it saying, this is the solution, right? Instead of us going to counseling or instead of us sitting in front of this person at a fireplace
Paying them money.
and you telling me your childhood secrets, how about this? How about I figure out a way to make this work with my wife
get what you're saying.
I'm going to throw you a party once a year, invite your mama.
I'm not disputing all of that. I'm not disputing that.
No, I'm not saying you're disputing, Aaron. I'm saying that what if for some people, right, it's not them necessarily catering to the person, right? It's just this is the way our relationship works, right? This
Gotta
is
find a make it
after
work.
being with this person for so long, I realized, like I'm sure Tony realized, you know what? I may not enjoy going to Disneyland that much. I may not want to put
She
the
loves
ears
to
on,
go.
but I fuck with Shelly so much that it's gonna bother me more if I don't put the Mickey ears on than if I do. Right?
Okay.
I can understand that logic. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Doug Chris like that. It could be the same logic. Like he can care less about getting married. Nigga. Like nigga, I don't. This ain't even for me. But
it makes her happy. It makes the
fuck, we
again,
going to
and
Disneyland,
that's another thing in being in a marriage, that there's some things you give and take. You go, okay, she likes to do this. Like my wife likes to go to the fucking beach. I hate the fucking beach. So how did I find a
Do you
way
have
to?
a beach body?
Is that why you didn't go to Hawaii?
No,
That
that
looked like so
was
much
something
fun.
else. But I don't like sand. I didn't like sand as a kid. I don't like sand in my shoes. I just never liked the beach. There's nothing about the beach that people go, oh, it's so beautiful. No, it's not. It's just horrible. But the way I found a way around it, which was I go to the beach, I take my music, I take my chair, and I sit
take your
there
bike
and
your
I
lights,
chill.
You know what I'm saying?
And I say, y'all go do that, and everybody they go, Dad, you got to come in the water. No. Jonathan almost drowned in the motherfucking water. Nigga, I said, who the dude, go get him. And they went and got him. I hate the beach, but my way of okay, I'm going to go because to make her happy, everybody's good, is that, and the kids go, Dad, come with me. I said, I'll go, but this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I
But I
found.
wouldn't want you to go.
Yeah.
But no, I'm cool. I have a great time when I go because I can just sit there, listen to music, and chill. I don't mind getting in the
No,
water.
if Tony told me I'm gonna go to Disneyland, but I ain't taking pictures with Stitch and
I'm
Mickey
not
Mouse,
doing
I'll
it.
be like, then don't fucking go. Like, then you're gonna ruin my day.
But he's decided to go.
But
he
that's
just don't want to take.
that's gonna bring me down because I go there to be happy and not stressed out and get all my pictures in and see my little characters. And if you don't want to join me, then don't even come.
Why you doing that?
Just
I'm with Shelly on that one.
like either you're gonna be all in or
No. So
I'll
you're
meet you at
saying
home.
when I go to the beach, I need to get in the water?
I mean,
No.
you need to participate.
No,
Hang
no,
out.
I do not.
Then
If
just-
we were in another
me at the
beach in
beach is
Miami or
participating.
something,
No.
I would say yes.
Now
Me
you're
at the
bringing it
beach
up.
is
Pacific
participating.
Now
No,
I'm
no.
stressed out. I'm
No,
stressed
I'm
out.
saying,
You
no, I'm
have
saying,
to.
me at the beach, I'm participating.
No.
I agree with Pops on that.
What the?
No, I agree. I mean, it's different between you being able to get a chair and sit down and
Chill.
be present and participating
I'm
versus
present.
walking for 15 fucking miles. And those are two totally different, scenarios.
And then take a picture with.
You know what I mean?
Mickey, Stitch.
No,
I miss
not
Stitch so
gonna
much.
Yeah. Those are two totally
You
different
take a break?
situations. But yes, we're about to take a break.
Shouts out to Tony.
So we'll be back in a moment, and I am Aaron Styles.
She
and
got
this is
something else she want to talk about.
The Styles Report.
You know, I way too much